Friday. It's good to see you all. I have a special guest going to join us here real quick. She's real cranky right now because she woke us all up at 4:20 in the morning. Not the good 4:20. Hi. There's a lot of lights on, isn't there? You're not going to scream for these people. I listened to you for the last 20 minutes, making all sorts of racket. Oh, you were trying to eat, or she was? Hi there, kid. You gonna smile? You gonna give him a smile? A smirk at all? What if we go full screen on the webcam? Does that make more sense? Everybody wants to see the baby. Hi, guys. Give me a smile. Something, anything. This baby moment brought to you by my loving wife and the child 5 minutes before she goes to bed. All right, kid. Dude, she's getting huge. Just showed everybody her bum, but that's fine. She wanted to make sure she got her in here tonight, so there it is. All right, that's the one I want there. Yeah, Air Football, good to see you, man. How's it going? Champ Joe, welcome aboard. Yeah, so she woke us up stupid early this morning, and then she just cried for a little bit, you know. I put the pacifier back in her mouth, and then she fell asleep. But she kept making little peeps and noises, so I'm like, oh, this is it. Like, she's going to wake up, because it was like an hour and a half before she normally wakes up. So I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm real tired. And I got 5 hours of sleep last night, maybe, because we had a good time last night. So, yeah. Free Black Cat Music, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, she wasn't having it tonight, and it's okay. I'm gonna make her come on here anyway, so you guys can all say hi. Now I go to bed before him, says Bob. Yeah, I read something the other day. Getting old is going to bed when you used to start going out, and I'm like, that is so true. Like 9:30, 10 o'clock rolls on, I'm thinking, you know what? I should be in bed right now, and we aren't. I hope you guys are all doing well. Sorry for not streaming this week. The GA stuff. We had my brother-in-law family over on Monday to celebrate a late Mother's Day, and then cute and awake bits. Kevin, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. So we had my in-laws over for dinner on Monday. Normally we do the Monday stream then, and then Wednesday I ended up going safety piloting for somebody. And by the time I got back home and all settled in, it was like 8:30. I'm like, by the time I get live, it's going to be after 9. I didn't want to deal with it. So I sat on the couch. I played The Witcher instead. Sorry. But we did get, let's see, I did the safety piloting thing this week, which is pretty neat. I always love flying with somebody else. You always get a very, like, you always just get a different perspective on things. When you see, you know, how somebody else does, like, how somebody else manages the cockpit, kind of in their regard, and all that, and whatnot. So it's very difficult not to want to be like, you're not doing it the way I would. I mean, I realize the way you're doing it's fine, but it's not the way I would do it. And just kind of like sit back. I'm like, all right, he's cool. He's got this. You know, it's fine. Did that. We took I took my brother-in-law, my nephew, and my brother-in-law's father-in-law down to go flying on Saturday. And that was awesome. We had such a good time. The weather rolled in. We ended up with some pretty good bumps and some pretty good wind rolling there at the very end, at the very end of our day. It wasn't supposed to be there, by the way. They weren't really forecasting that type of weather, but it happened anyway. So that happened. That was a good time. It was nice. I got 2.9 hours, I think, on the Hobbs. So it was pretty. It's good. I enjoyed it. Robert, good to see you, man. Daft Birdie, welcome aboard. Below minimums, happy Friday. You must do it this way, or else. Flying Coleslaw, good to see you, man. Azul Aviation, welcome aboard. Yeah, so that was kind of the week. Like, we did that, and I pulled the trigger on some new computer parts. So I have the world first Premiere open of the first part of my new computer. How's that for a sound? And it is an SSD. So I have the rest of, like, I have the last three computer the three computer builds, including this one. The very first part that shows up before I do any of the building is a freaking hard drive at some point, or an SSD. Like, I don't know what it is about that, but like every single computer I've built for the last probably like 7 8 years, that's always been the first thing that shows up. And like, it's the only thing that shows up. It's the only thing I got right now. The rest of the stuff is still on a truck being shipped out here. Like the rest of it all shows up tomorrow. But I spent a lot of time this week doing some research on that. And I'm getting a 2700X Ryzen. I went back and forth on like the Intel 9900K, the Ryzen 2700X. I very seriously considered the Threadripper stuff, like a 1920 or 1950 Threadripper, and ultimately decided that the Ryzen 2700X gave me the best value for money. Off the bat, everybody's going to say, you should have waited because the Ryzen 2s are coming right around the corner. But it's the new stuff that comes out is going to be more expensive. There's no guarantee when it's going to come out. You know, it could be a month from now. It could be 3-4 months from now. I wasn't in the mood to wait because as I'm sitting here with this brand new setup and whatnot, I'm watching my computer melt itself. Like we're running at 100%, and this isn't even the streaming stuff. Like this is just getting a X-Plane and then a signal over to the streaming computer. So I desperately need a little bit more horsepower in here. And worst case scenario is that we can always turn that Ryzen box into a rendering machine down the road, or a streaming box of some sort. So yeah, I'm happy with the 2700X. I was really close to pulling the trigger on the 1950 or the 1920, the Threadripper stuff. The downside there with like if we look at the 1920, it was about $600 more expensive than getting a 2700X. When you took into account the cost of the cooler, the cost of the motherboard, and the extra cost of the chip itself. And so with that extra $600, I was able to do a lot more. I got better RAM. I got a better motherboard. I got two 2TB NVMe drives to throw in there. So I'm going to have a 512 SSD that the operating system and programs are going to run on. And then I'm going to have two 2TB NVMEs that I'm going to use, one for video rendering and all, and like data storage and things like that. And then the other one's going to be used for video games and stuff like that. So like I was able to do that because I was able to stretch the budget just a little bit by not going with the crazy absurd processors. Thought about the Intel stuff, and the Intel stuff kind of came down to the same thing. Like you're paying an extra $200-300 for the machine, and the cost benefit ratio is just like, it wasn't quite there for me. So we'll see how it goes. And the other benefit is that when the Zen 2 stuff comes out later this year, I should be able to upgrade to them if I wanted to. So I should be able to grab one of the Ryzen 3 series chips and then do an upgrade and see what happens. So that was my reasoning. I went back and forth, trust me, on a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna do the build on Sunday, I think, and we'll probably, if all goes well, I might do some testing on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening on the stream here. But if all goes well, GA Monday should be on the new machine, and we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. I'm super jazzed about doing that. I know people are gonna say, will you live stream building the PC? I'm like, I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna take me all day to do it anyway. And if you want to see a PC being built, a lot of people have done that before. Just between us, the Premiere is not the sexiest of airplanes. I want to make sure I read that one, Ham Sandwich. Yes, it's a pretty ugly looking plane. It's right up there with the 757 in terms of ugliness, if you ask me. But yeah, we'll talk about the airplane here. We're just about done with my preamble, I promise. Casey Cacti, it's good to see you, man. Hello from Boston. So yeah, dude, the dual NVMe, I'm super jazzed about the dual NVMEs. And I decided to put the operating system and everything else on the SSDs so that I would have the NVMEs for swap storage, for Premiere cache, and then also for all the video game stuff that's going to happen too. So there is a method to my madness for doing all the stuff the way that I've done it. Everybody's going to say, like, you should put the operating system on the NVMe drive, but I think the SSDs are plenty fast enough for all the stuff the OS has to do. And I've also got two 16 gig memory sticks, so I've left myself the option to add 2 more down the road if I decide I need to go to 64 gigs. But I'm on 32 right now. I don't really see a lot of reason to go above 32. Like, RAM is still kind of, like, RAM's coming down in price, but it's still kind of expensive. So it's like another $180 for me to do another 32 gigs of RAM. It's like, I can put that money elsewhere. Daft Brady, good to see you, man. Yeah, so that's where we are. That's been the week. So and that's sort of some of the stuff coming up. There's not a lot of flying happening. I think the next time I go flying is actually no, my wife and I are going up pretty soon. We're gonna go up the day after Memorial Day. So there will be another stream, 3 streams between now and flying. And I guess the cool thing to talk about before we go say thank you and we move to the airplane and all that stuff is that next week I'm going to be in New York City for Friday. I'm going down to Nico's place, and we're going to do our Friday night flight from Nico's sim. So it'll probably be a shorter flight because we've got some other stuff that we're going to be hammering out and doing. But I'll probably be live sometime between 7 and 8 next week on this channel from Nico's sim, and we're gonna go fly and do our Friday night flights in the full motion get up and all that. So I'm real jazzed about that. I'll probably be streaming on his channel as well throughout the day. I'm leaving really early on Friday to head down to New York City and like maximize the amount of time that I have, because I'm driving down there. It's about a 4-hour drive for me to get down to the city. So that's what's coming up. Post lunch, good to see you, man. Full motion Friday, I like it. Eshin, welcome aboard. Milo Sanks, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Serious Gamer, happy Friday. Lima Tango Echo, welcome aboard. Anybody else we missed here before we say some thank yous? I think we got them all. Right. Yeah. I did notice a speed increase in boot time when I swapped to an NVE, but general OS speed improvements were pretty minimal. Yeah, I don't really care about boot time. Like, my PC is always turned on, so the amount of time it takes for it to get back online, I can wait a couple extra seconds if I have to for an SSD. Like, I totally see why you would say put the OS on the NVMe. I've got other uses. I got two. So that was the other thing too. When I was looking at the Threadripper stuff, the Threadripper boards that I was looking at had 3 M2 slots. So I was going to have like a terabyte and I think 2. I was going to take an existing 512 and put it in there. I was going to put a terabyte NVMe in there, and I was going to put a 2 terabyte NVMe in there. But yeah, so now that I'm down to two M2 slots, we changed up the plan a little bit. McShiggity Pilot, how you doing, Mike? It's good to see you, buddy. Welcome aboard. Ellie Marcus, welcome aboard. So let's say some thank yous, and then we'll look at this airplane, and we'll go do some flying today. It's going to be a real barn burner today. First of all, I want to say thank you to Marcon BCA. Marcon BCA, thank you for 25 months of support. He says, other test. You got it. If you showed up early, I wasn't quite ready to go yet. Ernie the Cat. Ernie, thank you very much for 29 months. I think you're the first 29, Mr. Ernie. Cheers, buddy. I really do appreciate it. CMTE Douglas is here for 3 months. He says, yeehaw. CMTE Douglas, thank you very much, man. Cheers. I appreciate it. Tim PE. Tim is here for 29 months. Also 29. Subscription months equals strokes over par. So, by the way, thank you very much to This Show Not Found, who gifted me a copy of the Golf Club 2019 PGA Tour edition or whatever, or now with PGA Tour. I have not played a golf game in years. So I was playing a little bit of that during my lunch break and whatnot today because I had to work from home because I got new internet connection set up this morning. But yeah, I was playing a little bit of that. And then Tim's friend and I played this afternoon right before the stream started. And so we played a full 18. And I'm like, I got time. We can play a little more, right? So we played 9 holes. By the time we finished the 9 holes, it was like 45 after. I'm like, dude, I gotta get going. So like I had nothing ready to go because I had the plane and I had the route, and that was about it. So yeah, thanks to both of you guys. Legacy 2039 is here for 8 months. He says, let's go for a vertical takeoff. Legacy, thank you very much, man. Cheers. I serve, and Ian's here for 29 months. He says, I promise to try and stay awake tonight. You slept all day, Ian? Come on, man. Play your Battlefield, watch the stream, or come fly along with us, man. Cheers, buddy. Thank you, though. WVS52 Bill's here for 29 months. Says, must be a pretty good place hanging out with good streams for 2.9. I like it. Thank you very much, Bill. Cheers. Appreciate it. Kevin Lister, thank you very much for the 1,000 bits. When the baby was here, she was very cute. She was very awake. I think she's already asleep. Cheers, Say again? Yeah, confirmed. She's out. Even with me sitting here in my office screaming into a microphone. Flying Coleslaw, thanks for 25 months, man. Cheers, buddy. I do appreciate it. That guy from California, happy Friday, and welcome, or thank you very much for 16 months of support. 16 is my favorite number, so glad to be around for 16 months as well. I think 17 is supposed to be my favorite number, so you're almost there. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. Cajun Cacti is here for 13 months. 13 months of quality entertainment. Thank you so much. Little Cajun Cacti is a check right away from Commercial SEL. Dude, that is awesome. Cheers to both of you guys. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate the 13 months. Finally, we got Euphoric Rager here from. Are you New Zealand or are you Australia? The land, one of the lands down under. Thank you very much for 17 months, man. Cheers, buddy. Happy Saturday. It's good to see you. And finally, 505 Northman's here for 9 months. Cheers to you. Thank you. Appreciate it. I needed this. Awake by Night Shift Brewing. I still want to make my way down to that brewery. Working on it. So, I got a new internet connection today. It's real fast. It's a gigabit connection. 1 gig down and like 40 megs up, I think is what I get. You get like 920. You don't actually get a gigabit. You get like 940 megs down or whatever. Basically, it's faster than pretty much anything that I can throw at it. I was downloading from Steam earlier today at 50 megabytes per second, which is 450 some, or about 400 megabits or so, which is literally half of what that thing is capable of doing. So yeah. 1 second here. No, we're okay. Thought I smelled something. Like, I promise it's not me. Yeah, so that's pretty sweet. And yeah, that's been the week. So here we are. Anybody else I missed? Bull Minimums, how you doing? Wheels up, good to see you. We do have the beer, yes, sir. Cat stream matches are the best way. Welcomes everyone with all the cheering. I appreciate it, man. Some people don't like it. I'm like, you can skip it if you don't care for it. Crazy Italian, good to see you. I work for a cable company, and we hear all the time that I'm paying for gig, and I only get $9.70. I mean, you should. So number one, retard. I totally get it. Right? You pay for a thing, you expect to get a thing. At the same time, like, first of all, you should read the fine print and see what you're actually getting. There is the whole marketing thing. Like, I guess advertising like 940 megabit internet service is not quite as sexy as calling it gigabit. It's close enough. You know, you're not gonna saturate that anytime soon. It's gonna take a while. Q Flight, good to see you, man. Ian, thanks for gifting us up to Daft Birdie. Daft Birdie, welcome to Beer of the Month Club. Cheers. Appreciate it. November Papa, happy Friday. Max, how you doing, buddy? This isn't the citation. You know what this is. We're gonna fly around Premiere. That's a good little segue there. Thank you, Max. I appreciate it, man. We're gonna fly this plane. This is the Carenado Premiere 1 Alpha. It's already been pointed out this plane's maybe not much of a looker. I think I have to agree. I mean, it does have some of that sort of charm to it, I guess. But it ain't much of a looker. This thing came out a few weeks ago. I think it's been out actually close to a month now, and it just hit the org store this past week. So my general rule of thumb with the Carenado stuff is I wait till it hits the org store, because at that point they've at least put out a patch for it. I think in this case they put out a couple of patches for it. I have not done anything in this airplane yet, so tonight's a bonus stream in which we're going to learn how to fly this airplane from scratch. I am generally mixed on actually doing that, because I like to be able to know sort of what the gotchas and whatnot are. But at the same time, like, it's kind of fun to do, because the problems that I run into are probably the same problems that you're going to run into at some point. So we're gonna that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna fire this thing up, and we're gonna figure out how to fly it tonight. There is no so I need to find a 390 Golf Mike livery. I would have flown that, but I forgot to go look for one. This is not found. How you doing, man? Happy Friday. Bill Ferrelli, welcome aboard. I think we got them all. Oregon Bruin, how you doing, man? I'm doing very well, buddy. Thanks for asking. How are things over in your neck of the woods? Now we got everybody. Great. Let's hop in this airplane. I haven't even set the views up yet. Okay. Let's do that real quick. So let's do views first. And that gives us a chance to kind of look around the plane, look around the cockpit. So there are no sounds yet. If I turn on, is there external power? Probably not. Well, let's see here. Is there a battery? Oh man. I really should have done some research on this thing. We'll figure it out though. All right, there is an overhead panel. That looks like there's a bunch of switches up there. So we're just going to kind of we're going to one by one figure out what we're looking at here. We got a master light switch. We got all sorts of light switches, no smoking seatbelt signs. All of our instrument panel lights are up here. Our annunciators and our tests are up here. Our landing and all those lights are right here. That's fantastic. Airspeed limitations, which we're going to need later, are right there. Let's see here. We have a environmental panel, ice protection panel, landing gear, electrical panel here. So I should be able to do that. And I assume there should be usually there's an external power button somewhere, where we can pull stuff in, but the Carenado maybe isn't simulating that. Oh no, here it is. Let's see if it's out there. All right, it shows up. All right, so that's fine. So there's that. Generators are both off. Avionics, we'll crank those on. See where we are for sounds here. Very minimal in terms of sounds so far. Okay, so that's the electrical panel. We do have, okay, we got external power coming in. That's good. So we fixed that problem. Fuel tanks are here. More environmental controls over here. Also has our pressurization, our bleed airs, temperature blowers, and all those kind of things. Chili Fried 777, thanks for gifting a sub to Ham Sandwich. Cheers to both you guys. Thank you for your support. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hello, dog. I literally just sat down in this thing for the first time. Delta 213, what's going on, Nico? It's good to see you, man. Looking forward to next week. Should be fun. For now, we are learning a new airplane today. Okay, so the FMCs are both here. This looks like something, none of those buttons work. Fantastic. Engine ignitions, ECUs are right there. There's 2 starter switches, engine power lever, that's easy. Flaps are here. Brakes are here. Brakes are not here, by the way. Pitch trim, rudder roll trim. This would be the manual landing gear extension? No, what is this? Do not extend in flight. Good to know. I don't know what that is, so we won't touch that. Doesn't matter because it doesn't work. It's not modeled anyway. Oh, wait, no, it is. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have our panel up here. Flight director, vertical speed, vertical. Yep. Okay, that's all basic and easy. We have. Oh man, where are the radios at? So there's volumes over here. AHRs, all in. I don't care about any of that. So all that stuff, as long as it's on normal, that's all I really care about. I don't fly with failures, so we're not gonna have any issues there. I need to find comm radios. I'm gonna say maybe down here, nav radio. So do we have to tune the radio on the FMC? It looks like that is a radio 19.9er 19. So that's comm 1 right there. No, that's nav 1 right now. If I push that in, comm nav. Okay. Okay, so upstairs is comm 1, downstairs is nav 1. That's good to know. Or we can just use that. We can use the tuner. We can always just have the tuner up on here as well. I could do that. So we should be able to then click on, nope. Can I click that? Yeah, okay, so that'll change. All right, so if I click on left soft key 2 and right soft key 2, that'll change the comms. Nav doesn't have a pre-select. That's fine. Okay. That all makes sense to me. So that's fantastic. So let's finish setting up our views. So we got the overhead panel, we got that view, we got that view. Let's get an FMC view. So come down here and we'll put you right about there. Good. Okay. So that's 4, 6, 8, 3. All right. So then we do a forward view. We got a GoPro view going on here. Right on the dashboard. Yeah, perfect. Do a 5 on that. And then we'll bring 1 back here on the back side of the cockpit. Sort of looking in like this. Call it a 2 right there. We're going to go back in the back in the back, the cabin. That's what it's called, the cabin. And we're going to put 9 here. 9 goes there. And then over here, I can't go back that far. Over here goes, actually this is where 9 goes. 7 goes over there. So 9 goes here, and then 7 goes up here. Yes, that's how that works. And then we go views, external, chase, bring her in, bring her back a little bit, put a 0 on there. And then we go views, external ride along. We're going to bring this around, move the mouse a little bit just like this. Get ourselves a nice little action shot here from the front. Boom. 1, 0, 4. So we got 4, 6, 5, 2, 8, 3, 7, 9, 0, 1. Perfect. I set the views up the exact same way for every single airplane. I don't care what the airplane is. I always set the same thing up. Oh, lift up when you touch down. I got you. You need to use that. All right. Do not extend in flight, though, is what it says. There are speed brakes somewhere. I'm afraid to press that because I don't actually know what it does. There's apparently speed brakes, though. Oh, right there it is. Yes. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we got that down. That's easy enough. What I'm going to do is put fuel and cargo in here. We'll get the engine started, and then we can work our way through the whole process. So let's grab, let's see. You go away, you come up. Let's go here, and we'll go to documentation, and we'll see what we got for checklists. Normal procedures. That sounds good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on. Play nice. Play nice. Let's go. Out. Oh, FS Global's doing its update, so my computer has shat itself as a result. There we go. Okay, so we got that. You monkey. On that one. Let me go normal procedures. And then performance. Why is it opening it all up over there? This is where my computer is crapping itself. FS Global is pushing a weather update right now, and it's using what free CPU resources I have. And it's bringing the system to its knees. But that's okay, because this is all going away very soon. All right, so that is performance tables. These are normal procedures. Okay, so let's look at normal Ooh, hello, that's real small. That's what she said. I need you up over there. Thank you. Okay. We don't care about any of that crap. We don't care about any of that crap. No, don't care about normal procedures. Yep. Okay. Beards and mustaches should be carefully trimmed so that they will not interfere with the proper seating of an oxygen mask. Headset, eyeglasses, and hats must or may interfere. I thought it said must interfere. May interfere with the proper fit of the oxygen mask. Okay, so no beards or mustaches. We got that covered. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, so here's where we're actually gonna start going through stuff. So let's just start checking things. Yeah, this is right before we start the engine. So before starting engine checks, circuit breakers are fine. Oxygen systems are armed. So oxygen looks like it's down here. Pull to arm. Okay. Pull to arm. Actually, let's get people and fuel loaded in here, and then we will do the rest. So I'm gonna go flight. Weight and balance. Give me full gas. Wow, that's not very much. Give me full gas, and then let's go. Let's just go to max gross. Wow, you can't really carry much in this airplane, can you? How about that? Ryan 83B, good to see you. I'm drinking Awake by Night Shift Brewing. It's a very good beer. Yeah, dude, I tell you, we read a checklist once and only once. It's the first time I fly an airplane. I always do it. Okay. So we got oxygen systems, fine. Oxygen mask, we don't care about any of that. Static source to normal. Static source is on normal. Okay. Defrost as required. Cockpit air as desired. Yada yada. Alternate gear handle release is stowed. That'd be that guy right there, I think. Ice protection is off or normal. Okay, off. I'm assuming that's all off. Yep. Okay, off. Those are all off. Okay. Or normal. Cockpit, don't care. Anti-skid to normal. That's going to be right there. Landing gear is down, which it is. Battery is, well, we already got the battery on. We don't care about that. Gens are off. Avionics are off. Boom. Boost pumps to auto. Auto. Bleed air should be off. Bleed air is now off. Blowers to low. Okay. So this is just a left to right sequence here. Just getting everything ready to go. Temperature auto, and I don't care about any of that. Pilot's audio panel's fine. Display and CDU switches are normal. AHRS and ADC switches are normal. Normal. Good. Okay, we'll play around with this here in a little bit too. So to get all that set up. Let's see. Flight guidance panel, auto panel, yaw damper disconnects. Yeah, those are all fine. Whatever. Not worried about that. Flight guidance. Yeah, we did that. Pressurization is auto. Ooh, where was the pressurization panel at? That was here, right? Auto pressure. Oh, right there it is. Yes. Auto pressurization. Set. Co-pilot auto panel, don't care about that. Thrust levers, let's make sure they move, which they go from idle to cutoff. Interesting. That's going to be a problem. It seems if I pull them all the way back, they go to cutoff. Ah, yes. Okay, well now I've screwed it up. Okay, so you have to hit the button. Gotcha. Okay, so we now know how the auto, we know how the throttles work. That's important. Igniters to arm. Let's see, that's ECU, that's ignition. Igniters to arm. Done. ECUs are on. Engine sync is off, which it is. Speed brakes are retracted, which they are. Checked. Set. Pitch trim is normal. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Lift dump. Lock and release. Yada yada. Rudder boost is normal. Rudder trim is normal. I don't even know where that stuff's at. Trims were down here, right? Normal. Good. Normal. Okay. Actually, we didn't have those sets. So that's good. Good thing I checked. Flaps are up. Landing light switches are off. Master test is off. Battery is now on. Let's see, master test is off. Good. Battery's on, which we checked. Volt select bat. Volt select bat. We're also on external power too. Fuel transfer switches are off. Yes. Don't care about the master test. Pitch trim, rudder trim, roll trim, anti-ice. Good. This is actually pretty easy. Battery off. All right, passenger briefing is done. Yeah, we're gonna go flying today. Done. Control locks are unset. Removed. I can move the controls. Good. Parking brake. Ooh, parking brake is set. External power is on. 28 volts is what we have, and that is confirmed. Yes. Overhead panel. We're gonna go lights master on. No smoking. Seatbelt sign can come on. Galley lights, sure, whatever. But what I really care about is the wing, the nav, and the beacon. Yep, okay. Okay, so engine ECUs on, engine start, selected engine, push. Thrust lever idle at 12% minimum in 2. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay. Oh yeah, right. This here. Okay, that's coming up. There's 18% in too. Move the throttle forward, Ty. Come on. Push the button. Okay, one engine's coming up. ITTs are looking good. Engine sounds are very quiet. Even though sounds are maxed. Okay, that's one good engine. Gens to on for the right side, so put you away. On reset, and we can check the power coming out of that thing. And we have power coming out of there. Okay, so let's disconnect the ground power. Disconnect the ground power. Thank you. I appreciate that. And we'll start the left engine. Okay, N2 spinning up on that. 18%. Quick spot there somewhere. That's super quiet. We can fix that though. With a 10 decibel boost. All right. That looks like two good engines to me. Okay. Let's do then that gen. And we can check that gen for power, which it has. Good. Okay. Avionics on, I bet. Annunciators are all extinguished. Yep. We can turn the engine ignition to off. I think. I'm probably getting ahead of myself here. Hydraulic. I don't know how to check hydraulic pressure. Oxygen. Oh, hydraulic. Here we go. Yes, we have hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic pressure check complete, sir. Thank you. Gens are on. Avionics are on. External power has been disconnected. External power annunciator is extinguished. I'm assuming so. Good. Problem one solved. Start the engines. Zim Phoenix, welcome aboard. Mr. Chow, happy Friday. It's good to see you. All right, how we doing here? The seatbelt didn't ding-dong, man. I hit the button. It didn't do anything. Max is going to be disappointed. Anna Kenny, welcome aboard. Yeah, we'll mess around with the volumes. Try to get things... Oh, that's the problem. Problem is you go outside and it's crazy loud. So we should be able to do this if Carenado... Carenado's... I don't think Carenado listens. Oh, it did. Okay. All right. No. Yeah, I don't think it actually does anything. I get the impression they're not listening to anything that I'm telling them to do. Ah, yes. I see what they've done. They've literally said exterior are the exterior engine sounds. So if I crank that all the way up, and then we go outside. Oh, yeah. All right. We'll just have to figure that out. Captain Obvious, good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Okay, so that's done. We are on the ground. We need to file a flight plan, too. I haven't even done that, so let's figure this out. We're going to go Boise down to Reading. KBOI, KRDD, routes, turbojet, jet, piston, Boise, high vol, REO. Looks good to me. 12 to 40. How high can this thing go? I think this thing's limited to the low 30s, right? Max would know. Perhaps we should consult our charts. Cruise performance charts go all the way up to 39,000 feet. So we're heading east. Let's just say we're going to go to 34 and see how it goes. So 34,000 is what we'll plan for. Cool. You take it to 40,000, no problem. Okay. We'll take it to 40,000. I know 4 flights up. We're flight planning, guys. Like, we're literally planning the flight right now. Yes, 4 flights gonna be up. Deal with it. All right, let's go to PilotEdge. We'll file that. Pilot Center, file a flight plan, IFR, November 717 Tango Sierra. We are PRM1, slant golf. If we look at the performance charts. All right, what are they saying here? True airspeed at 39,000 feet at ISA 0, roughly 430. So we'll just say 430. 430. Nobody actually cares about that. KBOI, KRDD. We're gonna try for 40,000. And we're gonna go BOI HYVALREO. Alright. IFR 717 Tango Sierra, PRM1, slant Lima, not golf. 430 BOI RDD, 40,000 feet, Boise, high vol, REO, direct. The big ass direct that we're doing. Whatever. That's what's filed. That's what people have used. File that. We're a happy bunch in chat, helping our fellow pilots in chat. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I got you now. I'm sorry. I thought you guys were yelling at me because 4 flight was on the screen. Is the weather working? I think so, yeah. I don't know. FS Global appears to be working. It matches the weather right now matches what we expect to be seeing. So, all right, that's filed. Now we can go to 4 flight. I'm sorry, guys. I mean to yell at you. Please stay. Please watch my stream. It's good, I promise. Yeah, 4 flight's still up, right? Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. Okay, let's pull some plates up here. We get Boise ground to start with. Give them a call. Go do some flying. Clearance delivery is 125.9er. So flip the switch up and then 25.9er. Boy, that feels dangerous doing that. Now the $1 million question is, does it work? So let's put COM2 into the ATIS, 23.9er.
$6,000 overcast. Temperature 11. Dew point 7. Altimeter 2984. Arriving and departing runway 28 left. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 28 left approach in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Notice to airman runway 10 left 28 right closed. Read backhaul runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
How do you navigate a
Boise Air Terminal, ATIS information X-ray.
Okay, we have X-ray.
2253 Zulu. Wind 280 at 12. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 1,900. Ceiling 4,400 broken. 6,000 overcast. Temperature 11. Dew point 7. Altimeter 2984. Arriving and departing runway 28 left. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 28 left approach use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery.
All right, we got the rest of that.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following requested. Notice to airman runway 10 left 28 right closed.
Oh yeah, he's not going to go away completely, is he?
Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Retard.
Oh no. Oh no.
Boise Air Terminal. ATIS information X-ray. 2253 Zulu.
We'll just tune in guard over there. All right, that's set. They got comms up. We're tuned into clearance right now, 25.9er. And we're going to say a big thank you to BJM2121 for 25 months. Thank you very much, my friend. Cheers. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well on this lovely Friday evening. That's good beer. All right, so we are Premier 717 Tango Sierra. we're going to call up Boise clearance, and we are going to Reading. RD2. I haven't used a pen since I think last Saturday. Like, I don't know how to write right now. Okay. Boise clearance, good evening. Premier 717 Tango Sierra IFR clearance Reading, please. Does it work? I was a little nervous about that.
4111.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. He gave me the whole clearance and it didn't come through. Boise ground. Premier 717 Tango Sierra radio check.
717 Tango Sierra, loud and clear.
I apologize if you gave me the whole clearance. 717 Tango Sierra IFR clearance Reading, please.
7 Tango Sierra, no problem. Clear to the Reading Airport. Boise 3 departure. High vol transition. Then it's correction radar vectors high vol, and then it's filed. Maintain 16,000. Expect flight level 4005 minutes after correction, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is Big Sky. Departure 119.6. Squawk 4111.
Cleared Reading, Boise 3, radar vectors high vol as filed. 10,000 on departure, 400, then 10. Departure 119.6, squawk 4111. Premier 717 Tango Sierra.
Premier 717 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Okay. We'll turn him down for now. I'm not really that, so that's a good thing to know. You might have to flip the transmit button to get it to actually work properly. Okay, so we're gonna come in here. We're gonna go to flight plan. We're gonna go from KBOI to KRDD. I don't like the fact that they've stretched this. That looks bad. Departing and arriving. Departing from Boise on the Boise 3. Departing on runway 28 left on the Boise 3. Enter that. Good. You go to the route page. We're going to go to high vol direct. Sorry, high vol REO direct. Vol. Huh? Oh, it needs to go on the, oh, no, they don't quite, oh no, they don't quite line up, do they? Oh man, probably from this angle. Oh, I don't think that's the case. Oh man, see how it doesn't quite line up? Not so sure about that. And then REO, boom. All right, just gonna remember that. Okay, that's good. Execute that. Departing and arriving. We're not gonna worry about the arrival or anything in Reading. That's fine. There's no performance information to worry about in here. Cool. Let's go to our performance table chart thing, and let's see if we can find some climb data. And let's also say thank you to Crazy Diamond. Crazy Diamond, thank you very much for 29 months of support. I do appreciate it, buddy. Cheers, man. Fireboot Who, good to see it. It is pretty ugly. It's okay though. 2 Bravo Mike, welcome aboard. DigiDriver, welcome aboard. Biggest problem I have flying the 390 is getting the initial switch to LNAV or VNAV to work, figuring out how to change the step climb flight levels. Are you talking about this plane? Oh yeah, you are. Carenado 390. Well, we're going to figure all that out together. I will probably use the tactic that I normally use as we wait for the rest of this to load. I don't care about cruise performance. We have 45 pages of documentation just around the cruise performance of tables that we've scanned at every single altitude in this airplane. Wow. What a cool thing. Hey, this is cool actually. Here we go. No, come back. I want you. Takeoff flight path profile. V1, VR, liftoff, V2. So V2 gear, okay, V2 plus 10, accelerate to 140, so get to 400 feet, V2 plus 10, accelerate 140, and then max continuous. So we take off thrust, max continuous thrust to 1,500 feet, and we go from there. Okay, no, that's fine. There was no climb data in here though, which is unfortunate. So let's check out this. Climb. I need a climb speed for this plane. Approach and landing speeds. That doesn't do me any good. If anybody knows how to climb this airplane, I would really appreciate you to, tell me. Otherwise, we're going to wing it. And probably wing it wrong. Okay, what else do we have? Emergency procedures, normal procedures, performance, copyright, pro line, credits, flight guidance, general information. I don't think that's going to tell us anything. Yeah, okay. We have lots and lots and lots of pages of scanned documents. Oh, they have prop disc. Ah, this plane features an innovative prop disc representation. The 3 different RPM phases smoothly fade in and out, showing the prop in different levels of blurriness according to the rotational speed. Also, a side view has been implemented. Oh, duh, has it now? Gradually phase into view as the camera progresses towards the side view. This implementation features an almost holographic appearance. You're not going to see the prop, is what they're saying. The prop is so good, you won't see the prop. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Iowa Scotsman, thanks for 29 months, man. I really do appreciate it. Cheers. 100% throttles IS at 160. That's kind of what I figured. I figured 150, 160 be a safe bet. Premier One driver uses 230 knots. Well, let's try that because I would like to try a little bit faster, so we actually get there. Addons Neutral, how you doing, man? Happy are you Saturday? I think you're Saturday. Flight Sim 481. What's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. Been a while. 2 Bravo Mike, welcome aboard. Kleenex Ghost, welcome aboard. We get him. Piper Hawk, happy Friday. It's good to see you. Yeah, default FMC, whatever. You kind of get used to that. Okay, so we're gonna climb this thing out at let's just start off at 200 knots and see how we do. We'll go faster if we can. So let's set the glare shield up here. Initially, we're gonna climb out at a vertical speed of 1,500 feet per minute. I find that's going to give me a good thing I can work with in most planes. It may even want to be higher in this plane, is my guess. But that gives me a flight director to work with that lets me accelerate to my altitude. So that vertical speed will be set. We're going to also then put it into... we should probably brief this departure real quick. Stand by. Stand by. iPad. The iPad's up. Catstrator. The iPad's up. The iPad's up. Before flight, okay. Oh, jeez. Depart heading. Yeah, intercept the 278 radial off the Boise VOR. Okay, so we'll have to do that. Oh, that's actually in the FMC. Great. Great. Departure procedure. Follow the magenta line. Got it. All right, so we're going to go nav mode. Nav is set for now the FMS. Good. I think. Okay, so that's fine, and then the rest of that's good. The initial altitude is 10,000 feet. That's good. Is there an alt select button? Can confirm there is no alt select button. Yaw damper, autopilot, flight director for the right side. Good. Okay. Okay, so we've done that. We should set our transponder and everything else down here. 4111. There. And then how do we squawk normal? How do we squawk altitude? Huh. Is that down here? Oh, no, that's that. Terrain radar. COM1 format. Is Premier One driver with you today? I don't think so. We're not in 390 Golf Mike. We'll do 390 Golf Mike next time. Once I find a livery for it. We are not. Oh, here it is. ATC 1. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. ATC 1 right there. Okay. I think that's going to have a squawking normal. No idea. I don't know. Hey, Brandon, if you're in here, am I squawking? Can you tell if I'm squawking normal right now? I'll ask on comms if I have to, but it's just easier to ask you. Okay. Yeah, he seems like a good dude. Max has met him. I know Max had dinner with him when he was getting his check rating. Or check rating. It's type rating. Okay, so that's done. All right, let's go back to the checklist here. Okay, we want to bleed on. Bleeds are on normal. Or high. And we'll leave it on normal, it's fine. Temps don't care about. Standbys, autopilot, gyros, and all that stuff on cage. Okay, well I can't. Okay, I guess that's already uncaged, so we're not gonna worry about that. Cabin signs are fine. Seats are good. Galley power is on. Pressurization is should be good. We're on auto. I think auto will take care of us. So we got to check the pressurization once we're up in the air. Keep that in mind. Bleeder normal high. Master test don't care about. Stab ice, wing ice, ECUs. Check and make sure they're on, which they are. 1 and 2. Rudder boost or those are all normal because we didn't touch them again. Fuel quantity balance are fine. Yeah, fuel. Both tanks are full. Engine instruments. We should probably set our altimeter. 2984. Barrow. Oh, menus. Oh, what does this do? What does that do? It does something. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I see what that's doing. Yes. I like that. Okay. That must be terrain radar. Boy, that's a little hard on the eyes. What's tilt and range? I don't know if it's got a working weather radar. Maybe it does. Traffic should be on as well. Okay. All right. I digress. Engine instruments, we're good now. Flight controls checked are free. Turn the sound down. Pull forward. Pull back. Right rudder. Left rudder. Left aileron. Right aileron. I don't know what the V speeds are for this plane. Okay. Trims are set for takeoff. There should be a trim indicator on here somewhere, right? Not there. Not over there. Ah! There it is. Yes. Trim set for takeoff. Flap set for takeoff. I'm assuming 1 notch. Autopilot, we don't worry about. Trims are set. Altimeters are set. Avionics are programmed. EGPS, well, whatever. TCAS, don't care about that. I don't know what the V speeds are. They're in the manual. Click refs above the radar button to enter them. They're in the manual. Oh. I feel like in the actual manual? This is the quality entertainment that we tune in for. How do I fly this airplane by catstrator? Custom jets. This is my learning process for every single one of these planes. I sit here with the engines on hours. Okay, well, it's not going to be any of those. I think it's, is it in the performance tables? That would make the most sense. Maybe I missed them. Service ceiling, cruise performance. All right, let's just bring this over here. It's far more interesting when I'm looking at it here. Cruise performance, cruise performance, cruise performance, cruise performance, cruise performance. 41, cruise performance long, oh jeez. Long range cruise. Oh, here we go. Service ceiling with the anti-ice, service ceiling, anti-ice, service ceiling. That. Calibrated stall speeds. Ah! We found him. Okay. How heavy are we? 12,400 pounds. Thank you for purchasing your premier aircraft by Carenado. Enclosed, you will find all the information that you need to have a safe and happy flight. We're going to call it 0 Celsius. That's fine. And I said we were 10,000 pounds? 12,400 pounds. 12,400 is just about, not quite there. So we're going to call it there. We're going to call it standard day outside. So V1 107. V2 is 111. Or sorry, V rotate is 111 and the V2 is 125. So climb out speed is going to be 135. Cool. Okay, and so we can then set refs. FTO. No, it didn't set them for me. All right, so that's got to be 111. Rotate at 125. I think it might have actually filled them out for me. Just not very well. No, sorry, that's 10. That's 107. That's 111. And that's 125. And we'll call clean. We'll leave the clean speed alone. That's fine. All right. Cool. Go away. Go away. That's where we set minimums. Our approach speed, our VREF. Okay. Yep. Yep. Nice. All right. I think we're done, right? I did numbers for 12,000. I know. We haven't gone above 12,500. When you go above 12,500, that's when you go to the next. That's when you go to the next set of numbers. So if we add an extra like 60 pounds in here, then we go to the 12.5 numbers. That'd be the max gross numbers. They're not that much different anyway. That's fine. Okay, so let me just do my mental process here. We've done the VNAV, we've done the LNAV. We have our transponder set. Radios will get set up here in a second. Glare shield is set. Overhead panel lights are... is there a taxi light? I don't think there is. Are set. And we are ready to go. Micebuster, thanks for 8 months support. Sim fuel is free. Damn straight it is. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. Aussie Benny H, how you doing, my friend? Happy Saturday. Hey, for 28 months, flying Carenado, there is an imbalance in the Earth. Happy anniversary. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate it. About to see how it does. I know we've been here long enough that the ATIS has rolled over. Story of my life.
Initial contact, you have information, Yankee.
Now we have Yankee.
Boise Air Terminal, ATIS information, Yankee. 2353 Zulu. Wind 300 at 11. Gust 20. Visibility 7. Light rain. Few clouds at 1,700. Few clouds at 2,300. Ceiling 4,700 overcast.
Okay.
Temperature 10. 2.7. Altimeter 2985. Arriving and departing runway 28 left. Visual approaches in use. ILS runway 28 left approach in use. VFR departures, contact, clearance, delivery, advise on course heading, altitude.
Got
and
it.
if flight...
Stall warning heat on. Stabilizer auto. Sure, why not? Pitot static pilot, co-pilot, windshield heat low, standby, or nope, normal. And we can leave the wing and the engine ITS off. Okay, so let's do that. Brake is now set. All right, you ready for it? Brakes check, good. Okay. Let's go taxiing. We're going to crank ourselves around here and hop on Kilo. All right, ground frequency 21.7. 1.7. And tower frequency is 18.1. cool. Boise Ground, Premier 717 Tango Sierra's Western aircraft with Yankee for taxi. That's not actually a taxiway. That would be a helipad. Did that not work?
November 7 Tango Sierra, Boise Ground.
7 Tango Sierra, sorry. Yeah, we're taxi Western aircraft with Yankee.
Roger, runway 28 left, taxi via Kilo Bravo. Runway 28 left, taxi via Kilo Bravo, Bravo 1.
28 left, Kilo Bravo, Bravo 1, 7 Tango Sierra.
Boise Ground, Station 1, Stu Sharp, Foxtrot, Western aircraft with Yankee taxi.
That's interesting. When I retune the radio, I have to hit the transmit button over here.
Station 46637.
Is that true?
November 102.
No, that works.
Boise Ground, runway 28 left, taxi via
Interesting.
Kilo
I'm not really sure what
Bravo,
happened there
Bravo
then.
Kilo Bravo, Bravo 1 to 28 left, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
3-4 Quebec, clear at 28 right on Echo.
Or 3-4 Quebec, roger, stay parking.
Clear right, clear left.
Charlie 2 Porta Party.
Okay, they're not using default tire screech
Quebec,
sounds.
roger,
That's
taxi
good.
Via Charlie to the ramp.
3-4 Quebec, Charlie to the ramp.
I played 36 holes of golf while you pin on the ground. Hey man, whatever. We're learning a brand new plane. Next flight will go a lot quicker. We'll see how it goes. So we got detents down here. Detents for takeoff, normal takeoff. Not really sure how the detents work. So we're gonna figure that out. Taxi check, we check the brakes. Transponders on, radar as required, pitot-static heater on, annunciators cleared. Ignition's on. Ice protection as required. Lift dump. Unlock, verify, handle illuminated. Unlock, handle is illuminated. Landing lights on, recognition lights on, strobe lights on. We'll do that in a second. Crew briefing is complete.
Oscar 611, standby.
Takeoff thrust to take off. Engine instruments, we check those. Left and right anti-wing, anti-ice, annunciators are released. Yada yada yada. 8 to 10 degrees. Nose pitch up at rotation. Okay, we got this.
Make right traffic. Runway 28 right. Clear to land. Wind 260 right.
What does lift dump do exactly? I have no idea.
Right traffic, 28 right.
Apparently I'm supposed to pull it when I get on the ground.
Victor Delta.
Alaska 611.
Ah. That basically gets the speed brakes out.
We don't, it wouldn't have been anything that we do.
Alright. Max says it's important, so.
Roger.
Speed brake extended. No, it's not. All right. Lift dump's supposed to help with stability when you land. I'm guessing you have to, yeah, it's basically a full speed brake extension, yeah. I'm guessing you reach down there and pull that thing as soon as you land. That's my hunch, at least. I don't actually know. I'm not a pilot. Well, I'm a pilot, but I don't fly these things. I'm not a jet pilot. Excuse me. Ghost sign. Boy, that's really loud outside. Is this plane worth buying? Sea Jagger? I have no idea, man. We're going to find that out. This is literally my first time ever flying it. That is pretty much the goal of tonight's stream. Autopilot engage is here. Autopilot disconnect is here. Okay. Ninja Penguin, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Ghost Sign got more screen time than Ghost Sign Open Season Game of Thrones. Oh, man. Too soon. Too soon. By the way, the Sim's running really well right now. I don't know if it's because we're in Boise or what. Whoa! Hello! Got a little tippy.
Retard.
I know.
Retard.
Okay, Towers 18-1. And departures 19-6. Steaks, thanks for 3 months, man. I appreciate it. Good to have you here, buddy. You're just in time. Wizzy Tower, good evening. Premier 717 Tango Sierra, holding short 28 left. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
7 Tango Sierra. Boise Tower, good evening. Wind 300 at 11, gust 20, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff from me 28 left. 717 Tango Sierra. Okay, lights, set. Camera is set. Action, I guess it's set. Sure. All right, let's see what happens. Clear right, clear left. Let's go flying. Say no Tokyo Drift. That's what you think. Okay, we gotta figure out the D10s. Here we go.
Boise Tower, station 102 Charlie Foxtrot, holding short 28 left.
Air 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Boise Tower, runway 28 left, line of point.
Runway 28 left, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Power set. Airspeed 80 knots. V1, VR, V2. That's a gear sound.
7 Tango Sierra, contact Big Sky departure.
Yeah, departure, 7 Tango Sierra, we'll see it. Big Sky departure, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, 3,600, climbing 10,000.
First 717 Tango Sierra, Big Sky departure, run correction, radar contact.
Alright, let's find that D10. Well, let's assume it's about 98%.
Citation 2 Charlie Foxtrot, wind 30011, gust 20,
let's go autopilot on.
left, clear for takeoff.
And get the flaps in. Get our acceleration going here. Grab 200 knots.
Sierra, clear direct high ball.
High ball, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, let's come down here. Let's go direct intersection, high vol, direct, execute. I should do the turn. Negative. Let's go. Turn. Ain't caught all day. Let me gear up, fly, let's go. Gear up, lights out. Flaps are in and indicated. Yes. Yaw damper is. Ooh, where's the yaw damper? Oh, yeah, it's on.
Contact departure.
Oh, it's not on. Now it is. All right, there we go. Let's direct highball. Ignition's back to arm. Engine sync on.
Big Sky departure, station 1 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Lift dump lock.
Climbing 16,000.
Air 102 Charlie Foxtrot.
And we'll leave the lights, landing lights. Where are the landing lights even at? I didn't see landing lights on here, so we're gonna call them the recognition lights.
Citation 6.
Even though I know that's incorrect.
Maintain 17,000.
Whatever,
Contact
it's fine.
Aspen
Just leave them all
approach,
on.
1, 2,
All the
3,
lights
point.
can stay on. Okay.
Retard.
Up we go.
Retard. Retard.
United 710, contact Denver Center 127.02.
Okay, we're direct high vol and up to 10,000 feet. 1,000 to go.
United 710, contact Denver Center 127.02.
Brown Bag Co. Chris, thank you very much for 29 months. I do appreciate it, man. Cheers. Thank you, sir. Landing gears on the left. LD. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, what the... Oh, yeah, the landing gear light. You're right. Yep. Yep. You're good. Okay, there's 10,000.
United 710, Denver Center, roger.
Aspen approach citation 46637 out of 18. Flight level 183, descending 17,000.
What is max
Station
continuous?
46637, Aspen approach, roger. Information, November, current advice you have it. Expect visual approach, runway 15.
637 has November,
Is that listed
expecting
anywhere?
runway 15 approach.
I'm gonna assume
British
MCT
Charlie
is like
Foxtrot, direct
98%.
high
That seems reasonable.
Direct high vol, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
A good enough don't fry the avionics setting.
United 1938, contact Salt Lake City Center 135.77.
This jet flies. Yeah, it's not too bad. And a kid, you can see it.
Citation 637, reduce speed to 200 or less, then descend and maintain 15,000, correction 14,000.
This thing is real fast.
200
Holy
or
cow.
less down to 14,000, citation 637.
All right, we're gonna climb at 230. I think we can get away with that once we've been given our climb above 10.
United 1938, Salt Lake City
Must be
Center,
some
roger.
airspace around here they gotta keep us under. Probably the arrival path for planes coming in.
7 Tango Sierra, verify you're climbing 16,000.
110 or 10 is what we're climbing to. We'll go to 16,000, 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, I think your cleared altitude is 16,000.
So 7 Tango Sierra. $16,000. That would make more sense. Where's my VS button? Ah, there it is. 3,000 feet per minute here, I'm sure. Get those ears popping. Yeah. Buddy ATX, good to see it. Our jet mechanic says never get a Premier. They are terribly hard to work on. They break a lot, and parts are almost non-existent.
7 Tango Sierra, contact Salt Lake City Center 128.72.
2872, 7 Tango Sierra.
Citation 102, Charlie Foxtrot, contact Salt Lake City Center 128.72.
Crap.
2872, Foxtrot.
72. Salt Lake City Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, 12,000, climbing 16,000. Am I gonna do that every single time? Corey Brayshaw, good to see you, buddy. It's 2072, right? Salt Lake City Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, 13,900, climbing 16,000. $28.72. I put the wrong frequency in. Ah. Dude, I am out of it tonight. Holy cow. Oh, crap. Speed. Salt Lake City Center, Premier 717, take us here, 16,000.
November 717 Tango Sierra, Salt Lake City Center, climb and maintain flight level 400.
Level 400, 717 Tango Sierra. Let's hit the alt button.
City Center,
Let's go flight level change.
103 Charlie Foxtrot, climbing 13,000.
Let's now go to 40.
For 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Salt Lake City Center, climb and
This is
maintain
what
flight level
happens when you have no
320.
sleep.
3203 Charlie Foxtrot.
Alright, there goes to 40. Okay. I think we're okay. Whew. Flying a new plane always gets you going. Simflyer Brazil 1, good to see you, man. How you doing? Air Fubar, welcome aboard. Friend is the chief pilot for one. They got stuck in places all the time. That's interesting. Yeah, you learn a lot talking to guys like, guys like that. Like, you learn a lot about planes that you wouldn't think. Maintenance and kind of all that stuff. I mean, it's a neat plane. Like, it goes real fast. It's single pilot. I'm guessing most of the guys that have it because it's single pilot. Like, that would make the most sense. I actually don't know that I think it looks that bad.
To 12 o'clock and 15 miles.
It's a bit of a pig. Actually, yeah, it looks terrible. Platypus. Profile view. Where'd it go?
Citation 637 fighting 190.
Hang on.
637 turn right heading 190.
Rotate, flip horizontal. And let's make that sucker a lot smaller.
Retard.
Oops, that's not gonna work, is it? No, you went away. Don't do that. Rotate, horizontal. Is this thing? Oh no, we can. Oh yeah, we can zoom out here. There we go. Oh, Be the Gamer 2YT, thanks for 10 months. I do appreciate it. Cheers, my friend. Might have our thumbnail for tonight already. Put the platypus in there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright. Alright, how we doing in here? Climbing is happening. 1,200 feet per minute. 21,000, 22,000 feet. I want to know what max can... I want to know how hard I can actually push these engines. Can I go all the way to 100% or do I need to stay like 98, 99? I thought that I saw max continuous listed somewhere. I just saw the words max continuous. Maybe that's what I saw.
Station 637, descend and maintain 12,000.
Oh, here we go. Long range cruise performance. No, I want high performance. I want to actually cruise this airplane. High speed cruise basically says max out the RPMs. I can do that. About 103 or so. Looks like 103 is referenced the most throughout these charts. So that's what I'm going to go with.
637 clear visual approach runway 15. And Citation 637 contact Captain Tower 118.85.
We'll cross check those once we get up to altitude. The platypus is more styles. I could see that. Steve99, good to see you, man. How you doing? What's the flight plan right now? We are making our way down to over to Reading, I should say, from Boise. So if I bring up the map here, we just left the Boise airport. We got a citation 102 Sierra Fox, or sorry, Charlie Fox.
Citation 46637 Aspen Tower.
And we are making our way down here to Reading. Once we leave Reading, we're going to head down to Monterey. Assuming I don't fall asleep at the desk here first. Yeah. What is the flight time? We got, yeah, well, right now we say 50 minutes. My guess is it's going to be about 40 minutes or so, half hour, 40 minutes en route from right now. Oh, okay. I see. It was pretty. And now it's gray. I once had trouble on a flight from Halifax, St. John's, FSX Premier 390. Think it pushed the motors too hard, but limped the airplane okay. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, the engines blow up. We'll bring it back so the N2 is 100%. How about that? So let's do N2. Oh yeah, so that puts that basically makes them both 100%. That's fine. Let's just do that. Call that good for now. We'll probably push them a little harder once we get up. So we got still got 14,000 feet to climb. Excuse me. Weather, and suddenly weather. Yes. Yeah, man, I'm doing pretty well, Steve. It's been my
611, send me the Hawk 7.
My daughter woke us up pretty early this morning. She woke us up at like 4:15, 4:30, and then promptly went back to sleep for another 45 minutes to an hour. I couldn't fall back asleep though at that point, so I was up. So I'm running on, I don't even know how many hours, enough hours, and not a lot of sleep. So I'm gonna do my best tonight. We're gonna have a good time. Airborne platypus made a clip. I like it. Yeah. Autumn leaves are brown and the sky is gray. It's the wrong time of year for brown leaves, that's for sure. Is there a Mach mode? Should we be climbing at, probably climb at Mach 0.5? What do you think? This is the kind of stuff that I wish you could find in more documentation. Like, how do I actually climb this airplane to 40,000 feet? Because that's the thing with the Eclipse is if you don't climb the Eclipse properly, like you'll never actually make it to 40K. Like you'll just sit there and basically spin your wheels. And I can already tell you that we're not going to make it to 40K at this rate. Not at this speed at least. It's like 200 is too fast. So let's bring it back another 10 knots. We'll go to 190, see how we do. My guess is we're going to be closer to like the number that this show not found gave us, like 160 or so before we actually get up to 40K. J10GB, how you doing, man? Happy Friday, buddy. Tango 99 Tango, good to see you. Good to have you back. How much fuel do you have? You might be too heavy. Well, that's the thing I was thinking of too. We gotta try it though. We took off pretty close to max gross. But this show not found seemed confident that we could make it to 40,000 feet, so we're going on his word alone. Captain Canada, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. 3 more weeks, man. Can't wait. We're gonna have a good time, hopefully. A lot of times you get to 450 the citation encore. Excuse me. You have to burn a certain amount of fuel first, and climb is pretty anemic from 40 to 45. Yeah. I'm hoping we don't have to step climb this thing. I won't step climb it. If it looks like we're not going to make it, we'll just stop at like 36 or 38. I'm not really super concerned. I'll just keep on trying to climb until we until we have to come down. Uh-oh. You go and fly up a 400 on a 20 nautical mile flight, it's on you. Listen, buddy. We're flying 200. The total flight is 330 miles. Okay. We probably should have just gone to 34 and called it a day. But I want to see if we can get it to 40. Yeah, it's chill day. Working on ortho. Is the month of VATSIM almost up, Captain Canada? Are we getting back to PilotEdge soon? I don't get to stop in too often. You tend to stream at times that are pretty inconvenient for my work schedule. But it works out well for you, so. It's like you're running on fumes tonight. I definitely feel tired, man. It's cool though. I'm here, we're having a good time. We're trying a new plane out this evening. I'm always jazzed to try a new plane. Especially when it's a bizjet. Wannabe Pilot's good to see you, by the way. Happy Friday. Alright, let's bring it back another 10.
At 1938, contact Denver Center 133.67.
33.67, United 938.
So I think Mach 0.5 is going to pretty much be our magic number here during the climb. I don't see an AOA gauge. That'd be nice to have. That would definitely tell me if I'm getting close to crashing.
Denver Center, roger.
Viewpoint higher. No, we couldn't. Oh, that's fine right there. Should go standard though, shouldn't we? Boop. Done. P is next month. I have it this month as well, but I'm streaming it next week. Gotcha. Okay. Well, Jeff is on PilotEdge now again too, so you guys have to do your shared cockpit stuff, get it going. If you keep the engines at takeoff or max thrust, you should be able to make it to 400. What happens to me is I go absolute minimum climb rate to 500 feet per minute when I get to 300 higher. Yeah, that's kind of what just happened to us. Well, let's push the engines and see if we can make it happen. Like, I don't know that there is no marker for max continuous. I have no idea what the max continuous number is. But if we go full thrust here, another 4.5% on the N1, we just gained 500 feet per minute almost. So I think with that you might be right. We can make it to 400. Especially if we keep our speed at 50. It's a FADEC engine plane. I'm thinking you can set the speed by setting your pitch. That makes sense. That gets a little dangerous though, because then you risk stalling the airplane. Like, you generally want to climb in flight level change mode. Because if you're not paying attention, you suddenly find yourself falling out of the sky. Just climb it at the stick yeah. Stick shaker. All right, just push it a little bit forward. Yep. Okay, now that's your climb speed. Keep on going. You're fine. Wolfie 2671. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Falling out of the sky is considered a negative. In the world of aviation, that's a thing that you don't want to do. All right, let's see if we get a breakout. Ooh. Get a seizure in the process. Climb schedule for the P1 is 220 and Mach 0.62. You should be able to make 400 at 12,000. Anything colder than ISA 1 or ISA plus 10. Okay. I think we're below 12,000 now. Oh yeah, we're below 12,000, so we cool there. All right, so we should be climbing at 220 and 0.62 apparently, which we are definitely not doing. So we'll do that next time. 220, 0.62. We'll just see what happens here. I think we'll get up to altitude. Like, I don't think we'll have any issues. That's funny though. All these planes that go to 40,000 feet, we spend the entire flight obsessing. Is it gonna make it? Are we gonna get up that high? Is it gonna happen this time? We made it once in the eclipse though. I think it took us an hour, but we did make it. Oh, here we go. Yeah. You like that? It's good. Keep going. No, not back in the cloud. Above the cloud. Rudyism, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. Welcome aboard. Max304050. Welcome aboard. We got a little bit of yawn going. That's right. Am I flying with the Laminar FMS or the GTN 750? We're using the Laminar GPS. I don't have the GTN 750. I don't like the fact that you cannot update the nav data in that thing. That was cool. All right, 700 climbing. 700 feet per minute, I should say. 34.2. I don't think we're going to make it to 40. AP 1776, how you doing, man? It's good to see you. Happy Friday. Yeah, dude, the nav data on those that reality stuff is crazy because you either have to pay like a lot of money or find yourself some less than legitimate sources. And I'm usually not I'm not above using less than legitimate sources in cases like that, but that's kind of a weird thing when I'm doing content creation and whatnot. How much did you spend on that thing? So it's not worth it for me. Piper Alex, good to see, but I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Yo ho ho ho. If you get what we're throwing down. It's a pirate's life for me. Yeah, so 220 and 0.62 is what you would do probably in the real world. We got Carenado flight dynamics at work here, so.
United 710, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
Sometimes you get what you get. How much is the nav data for the reality XP stuff? I think you have to buy a Garmin subscription, which is not cheap at all. 4,200 to go. We're doing 600 feet per minute still. We're doing all right. Probably back the speed off a little bit more too. I really wanted to. You have to actually own a real GTN 750 from what I've heard. That would make sense. What if I could steal it from our club plans? Because we have a 650 in our club. Which, by the way, I used a 650 for the first time ever a couple days ago. In the real world, those things are garbage. Man, I was really excited to jump into that. Be like, all right, Garmin's finally fixed their usability problems. Like, they've gone to the touchscreen stuff. It's going to make sense. That's exactly how I felt about the 650. Like, I was so much more comfortable with the 430. There were so fewer button presses required by a 430, 530 to get stuff done compared to a 650, 750. I'm just like, I was blown away by how like unintuitive it felt in the cockpit. Maybe once I've had a chance to use it some more and get used to it, it'll be a different story, but I am definitely not a fan. Luis Monza, thanks very much for 24 months. Great pleasure these 24 months. Cheers, everybody. Cheers to you, buddy. I do appreciate it. Pleasure's mine. Easily Shot, welcome to the Beer of the Month Club, and cheers to you, buddy. Thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. DOSLoad, how you doing? Someone in the computer just needs to bite the bullet and share the subscription, or buy the subscription and share the files with everybody. Yeah, I don't see that happening. It's really expensive. $195 for a single update. There you go. So you're looking at 200. You're looking at $200 every 28 days. So whatever 200 times 13 is, that's how much it would cost you to keep your GTN 750 up to date. Yo ho ho ho, a pirate's life for me. But that's why I don't use it. That's the chief reason why I do not use that. Do not use that product, is because there's just no easy way for me to make that work. In another universe, Garmin makes phones and Apple makes avionics. Man, I don't know if I want Apple making avionics either. The iPhone is a lot of things, and intuitive is not generally one of them. You've gotten used to it, so you're happy with it. But I still like iPhone app interfaces are all over the place. I know Apple's gotten better in recent years, but if you think about some of their styling decisions and things like that back in the day, like the iPhone wasn't much better. Johnny Carrot, good to see you, man, and take it easy. Sorry if I missed you earlier. Apple avionics sounds interesting, but quite expensive at the same time. It can't be more expensive than Garmin, all things considered. Ooh, got our contrails. Dude, we are hauling right.
Contact Seattle Center 135.15.
3515, 7 Tango Sierra. 3515.
Alaska 611, contact Seattle Center 126.6.
35.15. Oops. Seattle Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 380, climbing flight level 400.
717 Tango Sierra, Seattle Center, Roger.
Roger. We're going to make it, actually.
102, Charlie Foxtrot, contact Seattle Center 135.
So we're going to try 220 and 0.62 the next time we go up.
2 Charlie Foxtrot.
For the next flight. See if that does any better. Because right now we're thrust levers maxed, and up we're going.
Alaska 611, Seattle Center, on Seattle altimeter is 2994.
Space Data 2299, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Center 4, Alaska 611.
Select Center, citation 102 Charlie Foxtrot 320.
Citation 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Seattle Center.
Of all the things to complain about, though, like the lack of the home buttons, actually, like that's one of those things you get used to, and it just sort of makes sense. Like I have an XS, I'm super happy with it. It's the apps themselves that get kind of weird. Like when you have to jump into some apps, you like have to swipe left and right on the screen. Like I ran into this issue yesterday. I think it was in Discord. I was trying to do emoji stuff. And as I'm trying to swipe like left and right on the emoji screen, Discord just keeps like going to different pages. Like it wouldn't restrict the movement to that one screen, which was kind of a problem. Dude, our climb performance just got crazy good. I miss my Windows phone.
Number 261 Alpha Bravo, El Paso.
I liked my Windows phone. Terminator 4D is good to see you. Anyone get the Airfoil Labs King Air 350? Yeah, I liked it. I flew it a few weeks ago. There should be a video on the channel if you want to see it.
Block 6156.
Brown Bag Code knows what's up. One day, Cat's true love for Windows phones will come back to life. I'm not sure where it ran off to. I have one laying in my coffee table sitting behind me, but it's not easily accessible. That still was my favorite phone, man. The Nokia 730, I think it was, or 720. I think it might have been like the Nokia 720, or maybe even 710. I don't know. It was one of their 700 series phones. Like that was the best phone I ever owned. It was so good. And I dropped it at a New York City subway. It made 40,000, by the way, or almost. The plane's gonna fall out of the sky, but we're good for now. Yeah, I dropped it in New York City subway, and it hit just at the right angle. I just spiderwebbed the whole thing, like it was done. I gave myself a couple of glass splinters trying to use it just a little bit. It's like I had to use the phone to then find a place where I could buy a new phone. Because I wasn't going to find myself stuck in a city that I'm not familiar with without a phone. Switched from Sony to Apple over a year ago, actually finding the Apple UI quite intuitive. Yeah, it's fair. I don't have any specific examples, but there's just design decisions within apps that I'm just like, why are you doing that? Like I said, they've gotten way better about things lately. Andy Social Woodworker, good to see you, man. Happy Friday. I thought I would need a home button when I went to the X, but I really didn't miss it. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. Like, you just get used to it.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
240 PD, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, we got some time before we're going to head down. I'm going to say we probably got 5 or 10 minutes of cruise here before we're going to actually go down.
It doesn't look like we'll be able to make the constant restrictions when the sim reset it didn't set the VNAV correctly, so I'll get down.
So we've leveled off now,
Alaska 611.
and we're Mach 0.61. What is our true airspeed? The true airspeed is only 360, so we are not going very fast. I suspect that climbing it slow like that, now we're starting to speed up. I suspect that climbing it slow like that prevented us from actually maintaining a decent true airspeed here. I'm just assuming that we haven't picked up any ice from the clouds and crap that we went through too. Nokia 420, that was awesome. I never had a Nokia 420. So I had, what did I have? I had a 900, a 910, I think a 710, and then eventually ended up with a 630. Maybe a 640, something like that. No, sorry. It was a 910, a 730, and then like a 640 was the last one I had. And then I had to, then finally it's like, look, the app support is so bad. Like, nobody's making stuff for this. Microsoft has even stopped making stuff for this. Like, the last straw was when, like, all the Office applications were being ported over to iOS and Android, and they weren't being updated in Windows Phone. I was like, all right, man, maybe this is the sign that it's time to go. So that's when I picked up, and that's also when the iPhone SE came out, which I owned that for I think 3 or 4 years. 3 years? 3.5 years, something like that. Kyle X, good to see you. Have to use a Samsung Android phone at work. Do almost everything on my iPhone because it's so much faster. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Android stuff, but it's to each their own. Like, a lot of guys like the ability to
125.6.
a lot of guys like the ability to customize and all that kind of stuff, and that's just never really done anything for me.
Number 102.
Sim's running good tonight.
Pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
All right, PD 240.
Pilot's discretion, maintain 240. 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Holy cow, dude, this thing takes forever. PD 240. So we will go ahead and start down. When I see my descent to destination hit about 1,800 feet per minute, I'll start down. So I'm just cheating. I'm looking at ForeFlight. Down here in the bottom right corner, bottom center or so of ForeFlight, you'll see descent to dest. And that is the feet per minute that I need to descend right now to make it to my destination.
Roger. Verify you have information X-ray.
So once that gets like 1,800 or so, we're going to start down because we're also going to speed up on the way down too. We're going to head down about 2,000 feet per minute. Extensible memory is a big thing, so no iPhone. That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's like, everybody's got their requirements is the thing. Like, there's deal breakers for some people and other people don't care. Antisocial Woodworker, thank you very much for 17 months. I had this plane in P3D, didn't care for it. Is it better in X-Plane? I have no idea. I did not, I never flew it in P3D, and this is the very first time I've ever flown an X-Plane, so I'm okay with it for now. Like, it's the same thing as the Citation, I think, only a little bit faster, like performance-wise. It looks a little bit better, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's acceptable. But cheers, man. Thank you very much for 17 months of support. I appreciate it. Can you do the descent to destination pattern altitude for the GA stuff? Yes, you can. In fact, that is the trick I use for flying in the real world. When descent to destination hits 500 feet per minute, all right, it's time to descend. Because in the real world, I'm not descending that much faster than I'm actually cruising. I've sold my soul to Google. Android for me. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and start down. We'll go vertical speed. Hear the baby crying. Baby's not supposed to be crying this time of night. She's supposed to be sleeping. Seattle Center, Premier 717, Tango Sierra leaving 400.
We're 7 Tango Sierra, Roger.
Roger. All right, so we'll let the speed come up a little bit here as we descend. That's going to raise the descent to destination above 2,000 feet per minute, but I'm not too worried about it because as we get a little bit lower, we're going to slow down just because your true airspeed drops as you descend. Baby is not happy right now. Baby's supposed to be sleeping. She doesn't wake up at 9 o'clock at night. She also doesn't wake up at 4:30 in the morning, so. Oh boy. Fellow parents should feel sorry for us. Just saying. The Pro line was useless in P3D. Yeah, I don't know how well the Pro line has been simulated. It seems like it's okay. It's using the default FMC, so like there's that. Like this is totally acceptable. I don't know what this thing costs. I was given a review copy. I have no idea what it costs, but if you told me this was a $30 to $40 plan, I'd say yeah, okay, that's fine. My guess is it's probably like $45. Zero V2, welcome aboard. I have 4 kids. I feel sorry for you up in here. I appreciate that. Bubble Matuna, welcome aboard, man. Happy Friday. It's good to see you.
Runway 35 left.
Yeah, the Pro line is the right moniker. $39.95. Yeah, okay. So $30-$40 is totally, I think, a totally acceptable rate for this thing. It's faster than a Citation. Like this thing is closer to a airliner than any other. Well, except for the Challenger, which doesn't count, than any other airliner out there. That being said, Aerobasque has their Falcon coming out later this year. And that thing is going to be like, I'm going to fly that thing crazy. I can pretty much guarantee you that. Yeah, Steel 30 is crazy fast. We're going to do that here in a couple of weeks. Maybe we'll take that over to VATSIM in a couple of weeks. Next week, we're going to Nico's place and flying the full motion simulator. I'm actually really excited about that. Yeah, so we missed beginning stream. I have a new computer coming. All the pieces are, well, I have one of the solid state drives right now, and then the rest of the drives the rest of the parts, I should say, are showing up tomorrow. I'm gonna put that together on Sunday. We might do a little test stream on Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening just to get things going, and then hopefully GA Monday next week will be on the new machine. That's the goal. I have no idea. We'll fly something familiar, that's for sure, just to kind of break it down or to break it in. Rudyism, thanks very much for 28 months. Thanks for the tier 2 sub, dude. I really do appreciate it. Cheers. 28 months, your stream just gets better all the time. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Cheers, buddy. I'm just a guy who drinks beer and laughs too much. Bumbles around like an idiot. Probably just keep ourselves right around 250 and be safe. So I'm going to go with, what video card did you go with? I have a RTX 2080 Ti, which is completely wasted on X-Plane. I mean, completely wasted on this sim. I could have gone, like a 2070 would have been a fine, like would be a fine video card. I don't think you need much more than that. Oh crap. I'm going to show you how wasted this thing is right now. X-Plane's running 40 frames a second. My computer is literally running at 100% CPU utilization. Okay, so this thing's cooking itself at the moment. And the GPU is clocked at 1860, which it'll go higher if it wanted to, or it could. Oh god, it's running hot. Actually, it is running pretty hard right now. 68, 70%. I'm sure this is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. Maybe it is though. Nah, it's just, yeah, it's hot down there. Yeah, so the GPU is running at 60% right now. It's cooking itself pretty good at the moment, but it's fine. Fans are up, whatever. Yeah, so that 1860 is actually thermally limited at the moment. Can't go any faster than that. But yeah, my whole machine's running kind of hot at the moment. But it's totally a wasted video card on this setup. Now, for other games, it's fantastic. When I have games fired up on the full 3840 by 1600 or whatever the resolution of this monitor is, everything just runs. Like they run everything but X-Plane runs so freaking well. I was playing the golf club and I hit the ultra button on the golf club and it just chews it apart. Like video card runs at maybe like 60% again for that, but it's just like smooth, buttery, 60 frames a second. It's fantastic. All right, Kyle, thanks for stopping by, man. Have a good night. B2, good to see you, buddy. Is it wasted more on X-Plane or Minesweeper? That's a good question. I don't have a good answer for that. I do not have a good answer for that one. Yeah, dude, the video cards. I think the whole case is running kind of hot right now. Like that's one of the goals of the new setup, is to get some better. I got some pretty crazy. I'm gonna do air cooling on it, and I got some pretty crazy fans and all that stuff going in there. And I might add some more like 140s. I mean, I'm letting the video card, regulate itself. Like it's like the fans aren't even 100%, so like it's got some overhead right now.
Retard.
Stealth Talon 4, good to see you, buddy. Happy Friday. He asked, thanks for 25 months too. Cheers, buddy. He asked for Route and Plane. We are flying the Premier 1 by Carenado tonight, and we're flying. We left out of Boise. We're heading down to Reading.
We're 261 Alpha.
And after this flight, we're gonna make our way down to Monterey.
Up past the ground, runway 26 left taxi via
Hopefully.
Victor Lima.
For now, let's grab the ATIS 24.1. 1,000 to go. 24.1. Excuse me. Oh, I can't pick it up yet. Okay.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
32.2, 7 Tango Sierra. 32.2.
Alaska 611, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 3000.
Oakland Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 240.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Oakland Center, descend and maintain 13,000, reading altimeter 3003, information Delta is current there, advise if you have it, you can expect the visual approach runway 16.
Okay, 13,000, we will grab Delta when we can, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 2,000 feet per minute down to 13,000. 2,000 feet per minute, 13,000, pull the power back. Okay, 03 on the altimeter. We need to grab Delta when we have a chance. We tried to pick it up. ATIS is 24.1. That's a big negative on that.
Alaska 611, airport 3 o'clock, 10 miles, port in sight.
So we'll just leave that up until we actually do pick it up. Probably scare the crap out of me when it happens.
Cleared visual approach, runway 16 right.
How quick does a 2080 Ti flip to those cars in solitaire? Yeah, no kidding. How many of the bitcoins can I mine with the 2080 Ti? Yeah. Yeah, they're just thermally regulated itself. I don't know. Once I get that, once I've got better overall cooling.
Contact Denver approach 123.
I'll show you guys all the specs and whatnot of the machine once it's put together. But I got a big, huge case with some fans, and the case is it's a 2-bay case. Keeps hard drives and power supply and stuff on one side, and then it's basically just fans, video card, motherboard, and CPU on the other side. And it's just got 2 fans, like 2 fans initially that are pushing stuff through, with room to put a lot more fans in there to basically just maximize your air cooling coming through there. So that's the goal. This plane looks quite hilarious. Okay. Yeah, this earlier today I figured out, well, collectively we decided it looks like a platypus. I decided that. Everybody agreed with me, so we all decided it together is what that means.
Alaska 611 Seattle Tower, wind 210.
Interesting airplane.
Runway 16 right, clear line.
Why are we not picking up the ATIS yet? 24.1.
1938, descend and maintain 8,000.
Whatever. 24.1. It's tuned. It's ready to go. I guess we shall wait. Ballistic Spark. Good to see it. Profile shot. We can do that. You're going with M2 SSD. So what I'm doing is I have a 512 gigabyte solid state drive. That's actually what's already showed up. Like a SATA drive. That SATA drive is going to be used for the operating system and like Photoshop and programs and things like that. I then have two terabyte NVMEs. One of them is going to be used for my recording, like whatever video files I'm working on for editing, a Adobe swap partition, and stuff like that. And the other one will be used for video games. Truth be told, they're going to both be used for video games at some point, I think. Oh, man. You know what? We just maxed out the GPU, actually. Holy cow. It's the first time I've seen X-Plane do that. First time I've seen X-Plane actually peg this GPU. So we're beating the crap out of it right now. Actually, the clock rates are not great either. I need to really get some better airflow in there because those clock rates should be at another 100 megahertz higher at least.
32.2.
32.2, 2 Charlie
Yeah.
Foxtrot.
Total,
Oakland Center,
Toasted
Citation
Donut,
102,
thank you very much for
Charlie
9
Foxtrot,
months, man. I do appreciate it.
5240.
Cheers, buddy.
Station 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Oakland Center, roger.
It's my strong arm. Thank you very much, man. Hi, Brandon.
080.
My COM 2 is not working, according to PE.
Number 102 Charlie Foxtrot, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain
It was working earlier.
13,000. Rating altimeter is 3003, information delta is current.
8 is information.
Down to 13,000.
Oh, good.
We have Delta at Reading and we'll switch to visual 16, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
They have coded this in such a way that I cannot use both radios at once. Cute.
Denver Center, good evening, Delta 517, 350.
Delta 517.
All right, well.
Denver Center, roger.
Okay, I need to grab the ATIS, so we get that. We'll just grab it from the website. PilotEdge, Pilot Center, ATIS. KRDD. Ready, Minnesota April Pilot ATIS information Delta. 1708 knots, 10 miles, broken 6500, broken 7500, broken 9500, 19 Celsius, altimeter 3003. Good. We have Delta. Ooh, hello. So 3003. And Oakland Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra has Delta at Reading.
7 Tango Sierra, roger. Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 10,000.
10,000 my discretion, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, we're going to keep the descent going to 10,000, and we'll do vertical speed 1,500 now.
At a 1938 airport is 9 o'clock and 10 miles report site. At a 1938 Clippers approach runway 35 left.
Yeah, I got so much heat flowing through my PC right now. It's getting the crap kicked out of it.
Alaska 611 to left of Papa. And taxi via Papa Cross.
Audits and simulation, good to see it. Happy Friday.
16 left.
Toasted on, I missed your message, brother. Guess who's back? Back again. Thanks for helping me through freshman year of college. Hope all's well. That's fantastic, dude. Thank you very much, man.
All right. Bravo, past the tower, runway 26 left, quick takeoff.
Between the layers right now. Okay. Arriving departing runway 16, visual approach is in use, so we're going to land south at That's easy enough. I'm guessing tower is going to be next. Tower's 19.8. So let's just cue that up. 119.80. Boom. Default clouds indeed, yes. Old fly guy, good to see you. We're using FS Global Real Weather to generate the weather, and then default clouds to actually show what's going on. Okay. Let's go to our checklists here and see what we have forgotten. By we, of course, mean me.
Left 611, cross runway 16 left, taxi.
Seatbelts, cattle signs, recognition lights, all that. Yep. Anti-ice, turn inhibit. We are 11,600 or more, so VREF is 117, VAC is 131. So VREF is 117. And the approach is
contact Denver Tower
131. Okay, checked and checked. Crew briefing. Yep, we're gonna land. Good. Crew briefing's done.
Wind 010. Correction, wind 360.
Seats are good. Fuel balance is fine. Landing lights are on. Recognition lights are good. Cabin signs, yada yada. Ignition's on. Done. Engine sync off. Done. Flaps as required. And our flap speeds. Let's see here. Flaps approach at 200 knots. Flaps max at 170. So 200 and 170. And we have 1, 2, 3 notches of flaps. Okay. Before landing, we're going to do landing gear, lift, dump, unlock, flaps, autopilot, yaw damper, the usual. We'll have to, well, I'll extend the lift dump with my, I'll have a button on my thing that'll just give me speed brakes.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, fly heading 250 vectors, visual approach, descend and maintain 8,000.
250, 8,000, vectors visual, 7 Tango Sierra. 250, 8,000.
2 Charlie Foxtrot, you can continue down
Speed
at
down.
discretion, maintain 10,000.
Continue down to 10,000, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Alright, it's 250. Get ourselves below 250 knots. Take ourselves down to 8,000 feet. Start looking for a runway out there. It's going to be out here.
2 Charlie Foxtrot, flighting 230 vectors, visual approach.
220, 2 Charlie Foxtrot.
Okay, out there somewhere is my runway. Would have been a very pretty flight had it not been for the clouds. Foiled yet again. Yeah, it's super, very super. I mean, this is it. Like, we're below the layer, so we're good.
Descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, keep the Dream alive down to 5. It's going to be out there.
That is 1938, taxi via Mike.
Oh, where is it? It's like right here, I think. Before that hill. It's after that hill. It's in this valley here. Apparent, good to see it. Navarine, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Steve, PHL, thank you very much for 26 months. I do appreciate it, Steve. Cheers, buddy. You can be at Expo? Better be at Expo. Dude, this area is humongous down here. Like, it's the Central Valley of California. Like, it's just all farms for like 1,000 miles. Expect one more turn here in a moment to send us towards the airport. right out here.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, flighting 230, descend and maintain 4,600.
230, 4,600, 7 Tango Sierra. That's as low as he's going to get me. All right. The hardest part of flying an airplane, by the way, is spotting a damn runway. Like finding the airport. I actually have a video that I'm gonna compile this weekend, or render this weekend, that is like the bulk of it is my friend and I trying to find the damn runway. I put it together while I was flying back from Seattle last week. Somewhere out there is a runway.
Number 261 Alpha Bravo, contact Albuquerque Center 134.6.
I think I'll miss this year, unfortunately, doing Tahoe trip. Oh, it's all good, man. How do you like this versus the Carenado Citation? They're pretty similar. This one probably takes a bit of an edge just because like the airframe itself is more performant. I think this looks better than the Citation, but they're largely the same.
7 Tango Sierra, airport 11 o'clock and 10 miles, report inside.
And we're looking 7 Tango Sierra.
Albuquerque Center, Victor Jet 261, Alpha Bravo 13,500 for 17,000.
261 Alpha Bravo, Albuquerque Center, climb and maintain flight level 260.
Flight level 260, 261 Alpha Bravo.
There's a river. The airport is inside the river. There it is. 7 Tango Sierra has the airport.
7 Tango Sierra, clear visual approach runway 16.
Clear visual 16, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, 200 knots for the approach flaps. We'll get that in before we make our turn in. We need to be below 200 knots in the delta. Anyway, field elevation's 5,000 feet, so we got 4,000 to go for that.
7 Charlie Foxtrot, descend and maintain 8,000.
Gear extension speed,
Citation 2 Charlie
200
Foxtrot,
knots.
descend and maintain 8,000.
John,
So we're good there.
For 717 Tango Sierra, contact Reading Tower 119.8.
Tower 7 Tango Sierra. All right, 18.8. Reading Tower, Premier 717 Tango Sierra, visual 16.
For 717 Tango Sierra, Reading Tower, wind 160 at 8, runway 16, cleared land.
Cleared land 16, 7 Tango Sierra. All right, yaw dampers off. Unlock you. Gears down, 3 green. Have speed brakes if I need them. Flaps full. Flaps 2 full is 170 knots. We're good there. We're still 5 out. Okay, I got 2 whites. And for 1 white, 1 red. Let's go next notch flaps. 1 white, 1 red.
Number 2 Charlie Foxtrot, descend and maintain 4,600.
Flaps full. Okay, gear down 3 green. Flaps are down and indicated. Lights are set. Everything else is good, right? Yeah. Landing gear, lift dump, thrust, or flaps, autopilot, yaw damper, all set. Good. Speed back a little bit here. There we go. Is our approach speed. Flies pretty well. Probably the same flight model as the Citation. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
For 2 Charlie Foxtrot, airport's 11 o'clock and 15 miles.
All right, let's find my spot. Gear, flaps, good. clearance.
Retard.
Durden, you missed it, buddy. 30 seconds later. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Beer of the Month Club. Cheers. Got my spot on my dash. Oh my gosh, it's really floaty. Down! Down! Brakes are touchy.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, say parking.
Heading to Reading Air Service at 7 Tango Sierra. New Bravo.
Remember 7 Tango Sierra, Roger. Taxis via Bravo.
Nice to be a Bravo, 7 Tango Sierra. We'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Alright, lights are set.
2 Charlie Foxtrot, clear to approach runway 16.
Dude, that thing did not want to come down. Like I had it pretty much on the VREF speed, and it did not want to die. So maybe I should have cut the throttles a little sooner. Let's say parking. Parking! Parking! I approve.
Number 2 Charlie Foxtrot, contact Reading Tower 119.8.
Retard.
Quantitative, thanks for 18 months. What are you drinking if you are? I'm just finishing up a Awake by Night Shift Brewing.
Reading Tower,
Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much, Durden, and thank you very much,
Quantitative.
Quantitative. Cheers to both you guys. I appreciate it.
Number 102 Charlie Foxtrot, Reading Tower, wind 160.
Good timing.
8, runway 16, clear to line.
We'll park next to the King Air. Level P has it on the homepage. Yeah, they got a lot of streamers up there. They have quite a number of people that are up there. Basically, anybody who's going to represent them well and fly on the network. Like it works off the word PilotEdge being literally in my title. So once we've been whitelisted, if the word PilotEdge is in my title, then they can put me on the front page. If it's not in the title, they won't do it. Good enough. All right, parking brake. So let's then go through. Let's see here. All right, after landing, we're gonna want all the ice, anti-ice off. Nope. Grab it. Off. Windshield heat. Yeah, we get all the ice off. Radar's fine. Ignition's to arm. Flaps are up. Lift, dump, retract, lock. Trims good. Set the trims for takeoff. All right, parking brake is set. Oxygen disarmed. Defrost off. Engine ADS off is good. Standby gyro. Not worried about that. Bleed air off.
Reading Muni info.
Excuse me. That wasn't supposed to happen. Blowers is required. Galley power off. Exterior lights off. Avionics off. Yada yada. Let's just do all the lights off. 1, 2, 3. Galley lights. Those are galley lights. Electrical. Off. That was probably the wrong order to do that, but whatever. Thrust levers to cut off. Generators off, batteries off, stall, and warning heat off. All done there. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reading. It's a fine plane. I don't mind it. It's cool. What is a false window? Opposed to a true window? Excuse me. I believe I can fly. We gotta, you know what we're gonna have to do? We gotta see if that works in the air. I'm sure it doesn't, but we're gonna test it anyway. Oh man. Yeah, it's a cool little plane, man. There's nothing wrong with that. We're gonna take a little break here, so you guys know the drill. We're gonna step away for a few minutes, use the little boys' room, go fill myself a little glass of water. I think I'm done drinking tonight. No more beer. Yeah, and then we'll plan out the next flight. I was thinking about heading down to Monterey, but I might change that. That is, it's actually not. I think it's actually shorter than what we just did, right? Oh yeah, never mind. We'll do Monterey. It's shorter than what we just did, so that's fine. If you're taking off, thanks for stopping by. If you're sticking around, we'll see you here in a few minutes. Boeing 101, good to see you. Flight sim pests incoming. Yeah, right. Anybody else I miss here? How do you like the Premiere so far? I don't mind it. It's fine. Like it's comparable to the Citation. I think I'll fly it around a bit. I think I'll probably do some FS economy stuff with it. I see no issue with it. I said earlier, I think if you told me it was a $30 or $40 airplane, I'd say yeah, that's probably about right. And then somebody told me it's a $39.95 or whatever airplane, so it's totally fine. McShady Pod, have a great night, Mike. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. Quantity, it's a porter. Yeah, it's a coffee porter. All right, stepping away for a moment. I will be back in a few minutes. You know the drill. Oops. Should have parked it the other way, shouldn't I? Oops, didn't mean to do that either. See. Go. All right, right back. All right. let us plan a flight. All right, take off out of Reading here. Head down to Monterey, KRDD, KMRY. Hit the routes button. I'm using 4Flight if you're curious. Jets. That's a jet route, right? It's like a jet route to me. It's like a pretty flight too. All right. They filed 27. Okay, so they're filing for eastbound. So we'll file 27,000 for this one. Be a significantly quicker flight. All right, get rid of you. IFR, number 707 Tango Sierra, PRM1, Slant Lima. 400, well, optimistically 400. KRDD, KMRY, up to 27,000. I got a mint in my mouth. I'm sorry. You have to deal with it. My throat gets dry and scratchy between the streams, or during the stream. This is how I deal with it. Home in 2. RBL, ENI, PYE, Victor 27, Shui. Home in 2, RBL, ENI, PYE, Victor 27, Shui, direct. Okay. Let's come over here. Edit, close, good, add, Reading, diagram, home in 2 departure, add plate, Monterey. Oop, nope. Port diagram. Get rid of you because I don't need you. Oh, this is a bonkers departure when you fly out of here to the north. We'll take it off runway 16 though, so we can turn left within 1 nautical mile. Intercept the Reading 111 radial, direct to the Homan intersection. Cross Homan at or above 4,000 feet. Expect clearance to flight altitude 10 minutes after departure. There's no top altitude, so they'll give us that. Easy. Milty Smilt, good to see you. What is this little dashboard you have to plan flights and show charts? Bottom right, it is 4Flight running on my iPad. So it's 4Flight running on my iPad. I have it sitting here like right. There you go. Demonstration. I use a program called Air Server. Air Server runs on my streaming PC. I use the AirPlay functionality built into the iPad here to show that on my screen. I can actually come over here to my phone. I can do the same thing on my phone. I can mirror that, and now you'll see them both show up here. I'm not actually going to show you on my phone, but you get the idea. So, it's a program called Air Server. I'm running on my stream box, but then I capture. All right, you can stop doing that now. Now it's stuck on there. I broke it. What if we get rid of them both? What happens? If I stop mirroring? Okay. Well, that's a pain in the butt. Stop. No. No more. There it goes. Yeah, so I use OBS. I do a window capture with OBS, and I use that to put it onto the screen. So I'm not actually seeing that. That's just an element in OBS that I can... Oops. That's just an element OBS that I can drag around wherever I want to put it. What I see on my screen is not that. This, more or less. I actually see more than just this. I see all sorts of stuff here. Because I'm using an ultra wide, doing fancy stuff. But yeah, you get the idea. All right, one more minute. I'm just killing time right now. Yeah, it's cool stuff, man. Wrecked in Effect, good to see you, buddy. Ceremonial Melon, welcome aboard. Anybody else I miss here? Got everybody right? All right. Anakin, if you're still here, have a great night. I'm assuming you left, though. Let me finish my mint, and we'll go. It's very rude, I know. We can put gas in here while we're at it. Fill the tanks up. Leave all the weights the same. All right. Thanks for sticking around for part 2. Flight down to Monterey tonight. We're not going to use a checklist for this one. Do it by memory. I got this down. So just go overhead panel. Those lights are all set. So that's fine. Oh yeah, air servers up there. Now I've really upset it. Is it working now? Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, good. All right, so we're going to work our way through here. So we're going to start with the electrical system. Let's go battery on. And then we'll go left to right. So these buttons we did not mess with. That's fine. We're going to pull that out for oxygen. Static source is armed. Those are fine. Ice protection all stays off. Landing gear stays off. Electrical system stays exactly where it's at for now. Fuel system off. Auto. Good. Bleeds are off. Good. Center console panel. Let's go ECUs off. Actually, ECUs can just stay on. Ignitions are both on armed. That's fine. Prop sync is off. Parking brake is set. Rudder boosts and all that stuff are here set. This is on normal. Whatever this is, it's on normal. I promise you it's on normal. Trim is centered. Our lift dump is currently locked. We're good. We can start engine number 2 now. Starting engine number 2, we're going to come down here. We're going to say engine start. We have into rotation. Wait for 18%. Good. Find the click spot. Click spot. Okay, N1 rotation. Anyone's coming to ITT's coming up. Fuel flow is happening. Wait till the N1 stabilizes. About right there. Come down here. Turn on the gens. Right gen now comes on. We can verify the right generator is on by moving that over there. Good. Then we'll go ahead and start engine number 2. Or engine number 1, sorry. We start at 2 first. We'll start 1 second. We got into rotation, 18%. Fuel. Introduced. N1 ITT fuel flow, good. Wait for that to stabilize, which it has. Right generator reset on. Or left generator, sorry, reset on. We have power, so those numbers should be 28. That's 0 because it's not connected. Turn that down a touch. And then we'll do one more pass on this. So oxygen is armed. That's good. That's good. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on. Those can all stay standby. Nope, norm. Those can all stay off. Landing gear is fine. ATC kit is on. Electrical system is now set. Fuel is fine. We'll turn the bleeds on 1 and 2. Good. That's set. Overhead panel. Landing lights can come on. Nav lights, beacon lights, everything else can stay off. Good. Let's bring the avionics 1, 2. And the center console. Excuse me. Hey. I'm the seat in your premiere. It's real nice to see you. How you doing? Would you like to adjust my height? No! Stop! Done with that. It was a bad joke anyway. Alright. What was he? Before I so rudely interrupted myself. Alright, over here looks good. Those all look fine. Ignition's yep. Alright. Next up is to call clearance, or call ground in this case, to get our clearance. Victor Roger Victor over. And get out of here. It's 21.7. Yankees gonna still be current. 21.7, down here. Navigation 121.7. Checks in.
And hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have formation Delta.
Oh, we have Delta. Whoops.
Reading Municipal
I guess we'll get
Airport.
Delta.
ATC information Delta. 0053 Zulu. Wind 160 at 8. Visibility 10. Ceiling 6,500 broken. 7,500 broken. 9,500 broken. Temperature 19. Dew point 8. Altimeter 3003. Arriving and departing runway 16. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have formation Delta.
Fixed it. Angered the iPad. Safa J, good to see you, buddy. We're on our way from Reading down to Monterey. Dude, I'm so hard up for laughs. I'm so tired right now. I might have to go watch some Game of Thrones. I see how it is. I see how it is. My meow meow beans, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Running ground, good evening. Premier 717 Tango Sierra, IFR clearance Monterey.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, running ground, cleared to the Monterey Airport. Oman 2 departure. Red Bluff transition that is filed. Plan B is sit, except maintain flight level 230. Excuse me. Departure frequency with Oakland Center 132.2. Squawk 6022.
Cleared Monterey, home in 2, Red Bluff as filed. Climb via SID, except maintain flight level 230. 132.2, squawk 6022, 7 Tango Sierra.
7 Tango Sierra, read back correct.
Climb via SID, except maintain flight level 230. That's a really weird thing to be saying. I don't know why. That was a very strange readback for me. All right, let's get this programmed in here. Down here. Go to flight plan. We're going to do KRDD. Right there. Down to KMRY. Right there. Right there. KMRY. Set. Departing and arriving. Departing RDD. Runway 16 on the home in 2. Red Bluff. Execute. Flight plan. Next page. After Red Bluff, direct. Direct ENI. ENI. Direct PYE. PYE. Victor 27. To Shui. Then direct. HOEY. Alright, that's done. All our V speeds are the same, so I'm not worried about that. set our climb speed here to 220 knots. Actually, we'll set it to 200 initially until we're clear the delta. That's fine. Climb maintain, climb 67, maintain, level 230. The only restriction was a floor restriction on the way out of here. So that's fine. 230. Good. That's set. That's set. Let's go flight director on nav mode. Nav mode won't engage. Good. Heading mode. Vertical speed mode. Up 1,500 feet per minute. So hit nav once we're up in the air. The initial heading we're looking for is about 111. Let's punch that in there. So the heading to 111. Good. Okay, that's set. That's all set. 6022 on the squawk.
Reading Tower, Piper 87, uniform Papa, left base 16. Catching up.
Uniform Papa, runway 16, clear for the option.
Set.
16, clear for the option. 87, uniform Papa.
Okay, L nav is set. V nav is set. Glare shield is set. Transponder set. Everything else is taken care of, right? Overhead panel, left to right, looks good. Looks good. Take care of the rest of the lights on the runway. Let's go one notch of flaps. Trim is set. Let's do flight controls. Right rudder. Left rudder. And full back. Full forward. Left. Right. Good. All right, hold the brakes. Brakes down.
Five 17 Roger.
Brake check's good. All right. Let's go taxi. All right, we'll crank ourselves around here to get on Bravo. All right, Reading ground, 121.7's punched in, and then 19.8 also punched in for tower. Great. Reading ground, Premier 717 Tango Sierra. We got Delta at the terminal, and I'd like to taxi. What kind of call was that? I'm losing my mind today.
Premier 717 Tango Sierra, running ground, runway 16, taxi via Bravo Delta, cross runway 12.
16 Bravo Delta cross runway 12, 7 Tango Sierra. GMK TV, good to see you. I'm so scared of flying. Any advice? That's a tough one, because I'm going to tell you that the airplane's not going to fall out of the sky. Statistically unlikely that anything will ever happen to you in an airplane. Commercial airline. General aviation, all bets are off. Even then, general aviation is still super safe. It's like, it's not gonna, nothing's gonna break. It's fine. Like, my recommendation, if you have some spare cash, go do a discovery flight in a small airplane, and just see what it's like. Like, see what it is, and you'll quickly learn that, like, oh yeah, that's no big deal. That's sort of how, like, I got over my fear of flying just by flying more, and then by researching it, by reading up on everything. Clear lefts, clear rights. I was doing stuff in the Sims here long before I even considered flying the real plane. And then when I started flying the real plane, I was super scared, and now, like, nothing bothers me in an airplane, man. Like, those things, there's so many redundancies, they're so bulletproof. Like, the chances of anything happening are slim to none. So, I don't have great advice in that regard. You know, I kill things I'm afraid of with knowledge. And that's what I did with aviation, because I was terrified of flying at one, because it's not natural. You know, you throw yourself into an aluminum tube going 3/4 the speed of sound, 5-6 miles above the ground. Like, that's not natural. Genigans, welcome, or Genigans, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Well, go punch your flight number. So, GMK, what is your flight number? Go punch your flight number into FlightAware. and look at how many times that flight has flown and has successfully made it to its destination. The odds are overwhelmingly in your favor that you will not be the first person or amongst the first people to not make it to your destination. If that helps you at all. DL 482. Yeah, see? You've already done it. You know what I'm talking about. Like, it makes it there every day. Right? Sometimes it's late, sometimes it's early. You know, once in a while, if the weather's bad or extenuating circumstances happen, it gets canceled.
Denver approach 120.
But that flight has never crashed. I guarantee you. And that's because when flights crash and there's fatalities, usually they retire the flight number. But honestly, it's no big deal in aviation. It's so safe. It's like the safest. Like commercial travel is the safest way you can travel.
Departure to the north.
You're
uniform Papa departure.
in more danger driving to the airport for your commercial flight than you are on an airplane. But again, I understand. Like Lizard Brain says, "Man, this is real weird." All right, 32.2. Reading Tower, Premier 717, take us here, holding short runway 16.
717, take us here, Reading Tower, runway 16, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 16, take us here. All right, lights. Lights are set. The camera is set. We set the transponder. Squawk Charlie. We have the new frequency set up. Action. Flaps are set. Unlock the lift dump. And arm the ignitions. Yep. Okay, let's go flying. Here we go.
Retard.
Greg your Tanker, welcome to Beer of the Month Club. Good timing. Power set. Airspeed alive. Oops. 80 knots. V1, VR, V2. Oh, that's right. You're coming up. Not nav.
Delta 517 Denver approach. Roger information. Uniform is current now. You can expect the ILS 35 left approach.
Let's just keep on turning here.
Delta 517 unable. Expect 35 left.
All right, let's go flight change. Let's go heading. Let's go autopilot on. Figure out what's going on here. Why I want to go there? It goes into nav mode. So this time it actually has to intercept that radial. So okay.
Air contact. Oakland Center.
Oakland Center. 7 take us here. Watch this. Oh man, it's so fast. Space City, thanks for the bits, man. You could call this 717, take us here on the roadway next to letter B. Would like to move the plane to the end of the runway 16L. I like that. That's good. All right, let's go. Frequency change. Oakland Center, Premier 717, Tango Sierra, 5,500, climbing 230 via the home and 2.
There's 717 Tango Sierra, Oakland Center radar contact.
All right, let's bring our speeds now. We are clear of, yeah, we're way clear of the Delta. So let's go 220. So 220 and 0.62 is what I was told to fly this thing at. So that's what we're going to try. So 220 and 0.62. Gear up. Lights are out. Flaps up and indicated. Turn sync on. Lock you.
Number 261 Alpha Bravo, descend via the ping 1 arrival.
Set.
Runway.
Cabin's not actually pressurizing, but whatever.
Altimeter's 278.
Not super worried about that.
Descend via the ping 1 arrival, runway 25.
I think it will pressurize when it needs to.
Transition. Phoenix altimeter 2978, 261 Alpha Bravo.
Here we go.
Roger, beep runway 25 left.
Crazy 27 trucker, good to see it. Welcome aboard.
Left. 261 461 Alpha Bravo.
By the way, have
Delta
some
517,
hashtag
contact approach,
dive bits.
123.85.
Space Danny, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. She's going through diapers still very quickly.
Denver 7, good evening. Southwest 8365 with you, flight level 350.
She pees a lot. She's pooping more too, but she definitely pees a lot. If you're new here, we're talking about my daughter.
Southwest 8365 Denver Center router.
People actually play as air traffic control. JVin420, good to see you. The gentleman you're hearing, his name is Brandon. Brandon is a paid controller for a company called PilotEdge. Brandon is being paid right now to play air traffic controller. It's not a hobby for him, it's his job. Or I don't know if it's his only job, but it's a job.
Roger, after tower, cleared ILS 35 approach.
We're paying to be on this network to actually have them controlling us. So I pay $35 a month, I think, for the network. I pay annually, so whatever comes out to annually, but about $35 a month is the normal price. So yeah, we're paying to basically have personnel here to provide us air traffic control services within our flight sim. There is a network that does not charge, that has volunteer ATC.
Tango Sierra, contact Oakland Center 132.9 or 5.
3295, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 95. Check. Good. Oakland Center Premier 717 Tango Sierra, 12,200, climbing flight level 230.
717 Tango Sierra, Oakland Center, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Level 270, 717 Tango Sierra. Alright, altitude 270. So there is another network of people who are volunteers. They treat the ATC side of things like a hobby the same way that we treat the flight simming like a hobby. So they jump on, they do their thing, we do our thing, we all coexist, we all mingle, we all have a good time. How many IRL flight hours do you have? Just over 180. Nico, welcome back, man. How you doing? You streaming tonight, buddy? Kelso Kid, welcome aboard. Bortu Kali, welcome aboard. Gad1249, welcome aboard. Professor Jedi, how you doing? Aren't diapers biodegradable? I don't think they are, man. If I were smart, I probably should be using cloth diapers, so I'm be environmentally friendly. Out of all the accidents coming out of Little Rock, there's only been one accident coming into the airport. ATC advised the flight crew to go up there to their alternate airport because the airport wasn't set up to deal with the weather. There you go. Stealth Town 4, how you doing? Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Like it's a really neat thing. Yeah, I enjoy the hell out of flying on this network. Like it's fun. It's a good group of people here, good community. I've made a lot of friends through this place, and it's just really it's really neat. And we get to come out here and just nerd out with our favorite hobby, or one of our favorite hobbies. I have lots of hobbies. You're streaming right? Are you streaming right now? Hello, Nico stream. Twitch.tv/catstrator. I'll be stopping by next week. Sup? What's my favorite part of the U.S. to fly in? Honestly, I like the West. There's just such a it's nice. Like so, PilotEdge only covers the western side of the United States, so that's a big reason. But there's so much varied terrain and weather and everything else that happens out here. You know, we took off in the mountains near Boise. We landed in the valleys of Central California, and now we're flying out to do a coastal landing out in Monterey. Like there's within 2 or 3 hours, you can see so much, or 1 or 2 hours really. You can see so many different types of landscapes and fly to so many different types of airports. Like the West Coast is really awesome. Now, the East Coast is fun too. Like the Northeast, when you're doing some flying, like busy flights through the Northeast corridor and whatnot, especially when there's weather involved, can be pretty nuts. But I generally prefer flying out west. Thanks for clarifying the diapers for my daughter. Touche. I probably should have said something about that too. Butter. Spaceman 2299. How you doing, man? Oh, you're not streaming right now. Oh, okay. You gonna stream later tonight? We can send the crew over there to you, Nico. Everyone come to the left coast. I don't know how much, like, I don't know that I actually care being on the West Coast. Like, I've come out there and I was actually just out in Seattle. I spent a weekend in Portland, then I spent the better part of a week in Seattle. And I'm not the biggest fan of Seattle. I don't know that I need to go, I need to actually spend some like social time in Seattle and not just be going out there for work. But yeah, I loved Portland. I had a great time there. They got wineries and all sorts of other stuff, so how can you not like that? Wineries and breweries, and they got food, and you can drive around. Like, parking wasn't a big deal, and it was a nice town. I enjoyed visiting out there. Have my PPL stuff I've flown on the West IRL? I have not. Yeah, so with my PPL, I've done all my flying in the Northeast. I did do one cross-country trip with a friend of mine in a multi-engine plane. We flew a Diamond DA-42 from New York, from White Plains, New York, down to Dallas, Texas. On the way, we landed in Richmond, Virginia, Nashville, Tennessee, Little Rock, Arkansas, and then finally in Dallas, the Dallas area. But outside of that, all my flying has been relegated to the Northeast. I live in the Boston area, so I do a lot of flying around here. I fly to Portland, Maine a lot. Fly down to New York and that area quite a bit. Burlington, Vermont all the time. Like I fly quite a bit. Hoping this year to fly out to Indiana, where I'm originally from. It's kind of a bucket list item of mine, is to be able to fly myself out there to see my family, see my friends and whatnot. So that's kind of in the cards for August, as long as like I can financially swing it, because it's like a $1,300 trip for me. But yeah, that'll be my first like proper true cross country flight.
517, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Seattle sucks. I lived out there for a while. That's fair. It's the other Portland, yes. Did you go to Voodoo Donuts? I did. I went to Blue Star Donuts. Blue Star was recommended to me by a good friend of mine. Voodoo I've heard of. If I had more time, I would have gone to Voodoo just to say I went to Voodoo Donuts. But Blue Star was recommended. I went to Blue Star. I was not disappointed by Blue Star Donuts. You don't have to fly that far for it to be considered cross country, right? Correct. 50 nautical miles from your point of departure to another point, and you can call a flight across country. So like I flew Beverly Airport down to Martha's Vineyard last Saturday, and it was considered a cross country flight because it was like 60 or 70 miles, I think. What is my favorite part of having my PPL? I like going places, man. Like I just love being able to go places. But best part of having a PPL is being able to introduce other people to flight.
Delta 517, Denver Tower 1.
Like it's so awesome to be able to show other people like how cool airplanes are, and like not even like from a simulation standpoint, just be like most people don't even think, I could probably go up in a small plane sometime. Like most people don't have that thought go through their head. And when they do it, they're like, holy crap, like this is freaking cool. There's a lot of people that they're kind of blown away by it the first time they do it. And that's, without question, it's my favorite part. Being able to have people go up there, experience new things. Like the last couple of weeks, so a few weeks ago, right before I went to Seattle, I took a friend of mine up I was going up to do some night currency and some instrument practice. And we went up in a Cessna 182, flew from Boston down to New Bedford, Massachusetts, which is about 55, 60 miles or so. We fly for the views. That's a good point, Josh. Yeah, we fly for the views, really. I like the views, man, but the views, like, you got better views out there. Thanks for 29 months, dude. I appreciate it. Interrupt my story here. Cheers, Josh. Can't wait to hear, what do we got, 2 weeks? It'll be a good time. So I wanted to do some instrument practice. We hopped in a Cessna 182, called a buddy of mine up. Buddy of mine has gone flying with me a few times when I had my private, and now that I've got my instrument rating, he's gone a couple times. And I was like, all right, dude, we're going to do something fun tonight. We're going to do something different. There's a good chance that we're going to end up in some night IMC. First of all, he had never been night flying before, and he had never been into IMC, which is flying in the clouds. So we went up. And as we're flying down, we're climbing. Boston climbs us up to, I think, like 5,000 to get down there. And about 3,200 feet or so, go in the clouds. Pitch black outside, dark outside, go in the clouds. And I looked over at him. He was white as a ghost. He was just like, holy crap, dude. You know, he was like, he told me after he was done, he's like, that's one of the coolest things I've ever done. Just completely enamored by being in this plane, experiencing something that, you know, we kind of take for granted. Like it's one of those, like, I don't know, we're going to the clouds at night, like whatever, man. Like I'm focusing extra hard on my instruments right now because, you know, that's like the one time when you're most likely to experience spatial disorientation and whatnot. But for somebody who had never done it before, it was a really neat thing. So we did that, and that was cool. And on the way back, I made sure we flew below the clouds so then we could actually see the city and we could see kind of what was going on and whatnot, and get some good night shots and some good night sights of the city. And then last weekend, I took a gentleman up whose wife has been fairly ill now for a couple of years, and he had been flying in the past. He was really fascinated with airplanes and everything else, but he just hadn't had too many opportunities to go up. So I took my brother-in-law, my nephew, and then this gentleman who is my brother-in-law's father-in-law up, and he was just over the moon with this stuff. Like he was. I gave him I'm like, your controls, man. You can fly the airplane for a bit, whatever. Like we're going that way. We're flying to that place, and he just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So, like those kinds of experiences are you can't top that. You cannot top the joy that you see in somebody else's eyes when they go up and they experience flight, and when they experience it for the first time. Like it's crazy. So that's why I do it. Like that's probably one of the main reasons why I have my license. And the views are awesome too. let's not kid ourselves. Like I do have probably 100 pictures that's basically like the strut of a Cessna 172, and then something that I thought was cool off in the background that maybe it's not quite so cool. But yeah, it was neat. Next time you fly into Arkansas, fly to Carlisle Regional. We'll make a note of that. Varial, welcome aboard. Happy Friday. I feel like when most people think aviation, they think commercial airliners, completely forgetting about the small private aircraft. Absolutely. And like general aviation is a dying thing. It's most unfortunate that it is, but it is prohibitively expensive. You know, our flight last week was 2.9 hours logged, and it cost me $380, which is not cheap, right? Like that's not cheap at all. It's not cheap by really any standard. Well, most people's standards. In the world of aviation, for a lot of people, that is cheap. But that's a lot. That's a chunk of change. And you know, I'm fortunate to be able to set aside enough money every month to be able to do it, and to be able to, you know, give people those experiences. But I think the money is one of those things that just it stands in the way of so many people. Like it's $11-12 grand just to get your PPL. And then it's probably another $500-600 a month if you want to actually maintain some level of proficiency with your PPL. You can get away with a little less. You can spend more time in the sim, spend less time in the plane. You know, you do stuff like this where, well, not like this necessarily where we're staring at the autopilot, but you do stuff like this where we're, you know, we're trying to maintain a level of proficiency by, you know, doing the ATC stuff, briefing approaches, briefing this, briefing that. And yeah, but it's not cheap. Do you rent the 182? I'm a member of a flying club. So we have 60 people in our flying club, and we own a 172, a Piper Archer, and a 182. So I have access to rent all three of those airplanes, if you will. I've spent pretty much an equal amount of time between the 172 and the 182. I did most of my instrument training last year in the 172, and then the Archer's a new plane for us. So I haven't actually flown that plane yet. I went up for the first time as a safety pilot this past week. But I haven't actually been up myself, and I'm going to take my wife up here in a week and a half or so for my first flight in that plane. But I've flown similar airframes before, so like it's not going to be a huge surprise to me. But yeah, no. So we were able to rent through that. I paid an initiation fee, gave them some escrow money, and then I pay a monthly fee as well. So I pay $75 a month just to be in the club. And then, like, we rent the 172 and the Archer are $125 an hour TAC, which comes out to about $110 an hour Hobbs. And then the 182 is $160 TAC, which comes out to about $145 or so on the Hobbs. So those are the rates that I'm using when I'm renting. Dude, the Archer was neat. I love that airframe. Like I did most of my primary training in a Cherokee 180, which is the predecessor to the Archer, and it's just it's an airplane. Like, it's actually an airplane. Like, it feels like an airplane. It looks like an airplane. Like, you're in it. You're like, I'm in a damn airplane right now. This is awesome. Whereas a Cessna, I don't know what a high wing plane feels like, man. It's okay. It gets the job done, but it ain't the same. I prefer a low wing any day of the week. That being said, I played around with the GTN 650 that's in there, and I am not a fan of that 650. I would much rather have a 430 any day of the week, man.
Center 128.45.
But I'm gonna have to learn it at some point. That's part of the reason why I'm gonna go do a VFR flight on it, so I can just learn the damn thing and just mess around with it for a half hour, hour. Jojo Bear, good to see you. Kiwi Hobo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome aboard. Night flying is awesome, dude. Yeah, it's so smooth. It's a little scary,
Center,
but it's really smooth. It's really nice out. I'm looking to get a multi-engine rating.
Descending via arrival.
If I have a need, if I hit a point in my flying career where I have a need for a multi-engine commercial, then I would pursue the multi-engine stuff. If I don't hit that point, then I won't worry about it. I'm not going to go for my ATP, so I don't need the 25 hours of that time. I mean, like, the only reason why I might do it is if I decide to get an multi-engine instructor rating. Then I would almost certainly, I have to, obviously, go for all that stuff. But if I decided to go for the MEI, then I would consider getting my multi-engine rating. But in general, I don't think multi-engine planes are, like, they're not really that much safer. In fact, in a lot of ways, they're more dangerous than single-engine planes. So I just have no desire to like double my operational costs for not a lot of gain. Medic Dan, how you doing, man? You are catching the tail, and it's cool. We're about 24 minutes or so out of Monterey right now, flying around in this lovely little Premier. I'm having a good time in this plane. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about it. It's been performing flawlessly. I guess my one complaint is, like, the default FMC is not ideal. And I don't like how they've, like, squished it and smushed it down to make it fit, because it looks really goofy. But outside of that, whatever, it's fine. It's been completely competent tonight. It's hard to rent a twin, too. That cannot be understated, yes. The twin airplane at my local flight center. My wife's home. I forgot I was on baby duty, but baby's fine. The twin-engine airplane at my local flight school, the Piper Apache Geronimo, is $271 an hour to rent. $336 if you're going to have an instructor with you. Okay? This is the part that gets fun. To rent the Piper Geronimo aircraft, multi-engine, twin, whatever, you need to have 500 hours total time, 25 hours of multi-engine time, and a 5-hour checkout flight, or 5 hours of checkout. This is mostly for insurance purposes. You need to have those requirements to be able to rent this plane and take it solo. That is insane. Like, these requirements are absolutely ridiculous. Like, these are pushing like ATP. Well, I think 25 hours is required for ATP, something like that. Like, the 5-hour checkout is just ridiculous. So the 5-hour checkout alone, that's 5 hours at $336. So whatever that comes out to. 336 times 5. So $1,680 you're spending just to get checked out on this plane at this school. That's insane. Like, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money to spend just on a checkout. So yeah, in multi-engine, and it doesn't really do much. That, like, at that point, you're better off just like getting checked out, like doing transition training for a Cirrus or something. Like, you're better off flying a 22 or a 20. The requirements for the 22 are probably very similar, and you're going to be able to do more, go faster, and haul more, and you're going to be safer than you would in that Piper Geronimo. Like, that is purely there for flight training. You ever tried gliding? I haven't yet. I want to. I need to find a soaring club in the area that I can fly to and go do some gliding. Still only 4 seats, that's right.
Retard.
Do people that have those credentials rent planes? Some do, yeah. I mean, our friend Max rented a DA-42 last year when he was doing his time building, and he flew it solo. So there's some people that do that, but not many. That's basically a professional pilot or a very wealthy person. Absolutely. Mur8771, thank you very much for 13 months of support. I appreciate it, buddy. Cheers. Paddle out. Happy Friday. South Island, New Zealand is prime soaring country. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really have great soaring areas around here. Like, we've got some reasonably tall hills, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 foot mountains. But nothing quite like you guys have out west, and nothing like you guys have in other parts of the world. Like the Alps. Holy crap, dude. Imagine, I would love to go soaring in the Alps. How cool would that be? Very similar, I'm sure, to what you guys have in South Island, down in New Zealand and whatnot. But I would love to go for, I would love to go do some gliding. I would also love to be able to see something besides the damn clouds. I'm about to fly over San Francisco. It is super quiet out here, too. Super, super quiet. Yeah, so I don't know. My next goal, so I have 180 hours, roughly. My goal is to get 250, get my single commercial, and get my single, like my CFI, and then eventually my CFII. I have some plans for things that I want to do with that around the content creation and the YouTube stuff, as long as like I can come up with a plan that like hasn't already been beaten into the ground. King of the North, thanks for 13 months. Sorry I'm late that I missed the premiere of the stream. Get out of here. Cheers, buddy. You, my friend, are one in a melon. It's a good little plane. We're having a good time tonight. It's just kind of cranking around here. Mr. Matthew 33, good to see you. I would love to go soaring in the Alps. Is that a euphemism? Well, you know. Bit late. How's the plane? Guy in a plane. How you doing, man? You're just in time. Plane's good. I like it. It's fun. It's fine. Like it's a totally competent. It's a totally competent corporate jet. It looks fine. It flies totally fine. You know, my complaints would be that I think they're using some of the default stuff for the FMC. Like for the the nav display and the FMC and whatnot.
Descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 240.
PD 240, we're gonna head down now, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, 24,000. Vertical speed. Down we go, 2,000 feet per minute. Pull power back. Yeah, I'm digging the plane. It's right there with the Citation. If you have the Citation, I don't know that there's really any reason to grab this plane except for the fact that it goes faster. So we were just cruising at Mach 0.74, which is much closer to real airliner speeds.
Roger. November 22 Whiskey Lima, Fresno approach, walk 2373.
As long as you set your expectation for this in the Citations, I think they're fun to have. Exactly.
61 Alpha Bravo,
yeah, it's not gonna blow you away by any means. If you're looking for a sort of better and I'm not gonna say more complete, but maybe more accurate corporate jet, you might want to wait for the Falcon to come out by Aerobasque, but that's not gonna happen probably until later this year.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, contact Oakland Center 128.7.
27, 7 Tango Sierra. Zero. Oakland Center, Premier 717 Tango Sierra 244, descending 240.
Premier 7 Tango Sierra, Oakland Center, descend and maintain flight level 200.
17 flight level 200. 7 Tango Sierra. I'm slurring because I'm tired, not because I'm drunk. Gonna make that clarification right now.
Victor Jet 261 Alpha Bravo, Phoenix.
Waiting for a good Millennium Falcon. Now we're talking.
You
could make that.
Say speed.
Uh-oh. Somebody got to say speed. They're about to get yelled at for busting a speed restriction, I bet. It's supposed to be NIMD 11 coming out. Yeah, Rotate's working on one. So Rotate will probably have that. I'm hoping Rotate would have that out by the end of the year.
November 261
But I
Alpha
honestly
Bravo,
have
Roger.
no idea. Rotate is
November
pretty...
1 Alpha Bravo, just
Excuse me, Rotate is pretty tight-lipped on,
advise for
on
the
what it's
future
working
there.
on.
You're going to be in compliance with the next restriction, but I have a suspicion that you've been not in compliance with the speed restrictions. 270 at Bang and 250 at Barty, probably because your aircraft can't. And if that's the case, you just need to make sure you advise us.
I have a suspicion that you are not in compliance.
Roger, no worries. It's not a problem, like I
Good
said.
job.
If you can't, you just need to make sure that you tell us.
Jet
Number
5, good to
22
see you.
Whiskey Lima radar contact.
That's all right. That's not a
The,
big deal.
frontal altimeter
He should have. The guy should have
3004.
said something, but whatever. The controller would have. The controller would have looked at the type of the aircraft and like, yeah, you can't make that restriction anyway. I know.
November 7 Tango Sierra, contact NorCal approach 135.1.
35-1, 7 Tango Sierra. Is that Max in the Vision Jet? Ooh. I had a little bit of fun with Max and the speed of his Vision Jet when I was doing those videos. When we did the journey video for the citation, we had a lot of fun. Approach or center? Come on, center. Center Premier 717 Tango Sierra, flight level 200.
November 717 Tango Sierra NorCal approach, roger.
Oh, it's approach, okay.
November 22 Whiskey Lima, contact Fresno Tower 118.
Alright, he's gonna keep me, he's gonna have to keep me high.
118.2, 22 Whiskey Lima.
Keep me a little high until we get past Oakland and probably a dive and drive sort of situation. In the meantime, let me grab the ATIS from Monterey. Have I said Montgomery tonight? So I always used to say I always said Montgomery for a while.
November 22 Whiskey Lima, Fresno Tower, roger. Report 2 mile final, runway 29 or left.
Monterey Peninsula Airport, PilotEdge ATIS information, Oscar. Good for another half an hour. We have Oscar. 320.5. Few clouds 2000, 14 Celsius, temperature 3012. Arriving departing runways 28 left, 28 right, visual approaches in use. 28.
7 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 13,000, Monterey altimeter 3012.
13,000 to 12, 7 Tango Sierra. Okay, so 13,000. Let's go vertical speed. Minus 2,000. I can multitask. And 12 on the altimeter. Set and set. Cool. Ground and Aces, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Is Max flying the Vision Jet again? Nah, he's done. I don't think Max will ever fly a Vision Jet again. It's all citation or bust. But we had the last time I don't even know when. I think the last time he flew was back in like November, December. But we had a bank of footage to put videos out, so that's why you were seeing citation videos, or Vision Jet videos all the way up into like April.
Approach 120.4.
Approach on 120.4, 261 off Bravo.
I think it was actually was it March the last Vision Jet video we did?
Something like that.
Did the Vegas video, and then we did
8,000 on the ping one.
Did we do the journey?
261 Alpha Bravo, Phoenix approach, roger.
Yeah, I think the journey was the last sort of like Vision Jet video. I still not getting the, so I'd have to switch the comm frequency over to get the ATIS. I just don't feel like doing it. So I just grabbed the text. We grabbed digital ATIS. We got this. Don't worry about it. Oh, I gotcha. Yes. Sorry, I'm a little dense today. Started messing around on VATSIM on the West Coast. Might be looking to PilotEdge. Any preference as to which area to pick, or both kind of necessary? It depends on the kind of flying that you want to do guy in a plane. If you want to do primarily general aviation flying, I'd say start with SoCal. If you want to do primarily airliner and big iron flying, then you're looking at the Western U.S. So SoCal is very condensed with a lot of traffic and a lot of places you can fly in a very small area. And the Western U.S. is much more spread out and made for longer flights and things like we're doing tonight. These sort of 200 to 350 nautical mile hops where you're flying for about 40 to 60 minutes or so. Honestly, I like both. Like, I like doing general aviation flights here. I like doing airliner flights down there occasionally. But if you can only afford one, then it depends on the kind of flying you want to do. Does this plane have a FADEC? I don't think so. It has throttles. I mean, I think all the old jets have some sort of... I have no idea. I'm the wrong person to ask. Get Eagle 11 in here. I think his wife works with these things or something. Kelso Kid, welcome aboard. Hello from Boston. This plane have a tape deck. Oh man, imagine if it did, dude. We could be rocking out some Vanilla Ice.
1 Alpha Bravo Airport's 11 o'clock and 2 miles to port site.
We have field in sight, 261 Alpha Bravo.
For 1 Alpha Bravo, cleared
Copyright strike incoming.
Clear for the visual approach, only 25 left, 261 Alpha Bravo.
We're 717 Tango Sierra, contact NorCal approach 121.3.
21.3, 7 Tango Sierra. 21.3, oops. 0.3. NorCal Premier 717 Tango Sierra 13,000. We got Oscar.
November 717 Tango Sierra NorCal approach. Roger. Expect the visual approach runway 28 left.
7 Tango Sierra. Okay. Keeping us high. We can switch to 1,500 feet per minute on this next descent.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, flighting 120 and descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain 5,000.
120 and we're heading down to 5,000. 7 Tango Sierra. All right, we'll do 5, and then we'll do vertical speed. We'll do 1,500 for this one.
261 Alpha Bravo, contact Phoenix Tower 120.9er.
Start getting ourselves slowed down. We need to be below 250 knots underneath 10,000 feet. So let's just get ourselves to 250 now. Eagle 11, how you doing, man? Well, they started talking about engines and FADECs and whatnot. I know I think you're one of the guys that's into engines, like jet engines and whatnot. So maybe you can help. Does this plane's engines have a? Do the plane's engines have a FADEC? Or are they FADEC? I'm not really sure. I'm so out of it right now. Holy crap.
We're 22 Whiskey Lima, runway 29 left, cleared land.
Oh, the stock airports next plane 11 reasonably up to date in terms of runway taxiway layouts? Or are some airports really dated? No, they're pretty good. My experience is they're pretty good. I use default scenery all over the place. I think this one is custom, but I think the last two that we've operated through, so Boise and Reading, were both custom, or sorry, just stock scenery. I think it do a perfectly fine job. Yeah, I mean, people update stuff constantly. Everybody wants to have their local airport done. And there's threads on the org where people are like, hey, can you go do this airport? And somebody will go do that airport. So, like, there's always airports being worked on, which is pretty sweet. Never turn the lights on or off. Great. A lot of questions tonight. I like it. Questions are great. Questions make my job a lot easier. You guys are fantastic.
Number 22 Whiskey Lima, turn left when able, and stay parking. Uh, 22 Whiskey Lima, roger, that's interrogative, say parking. Where do you park at today?
I'm guessing somebody responded back with parking. Don't do that. Don't be that person. We think it's funny. It's actually not. All right, we're showing about...
You can continue straight ahead and join Alpha and enter the ramp at any point there.
About 6 minutes or so, we'll be down. Everybody thinks it's funnier than it really is. I'm just saying. My wife works with engines. Would have to look it up, but now I'm not sure. But now I'm curious. There you go. It's hard to taxi on an FSX when the scenery is woefully out of date. Taxiway the controllers tells you to use does not exist. Yeah, it's a problem with FSX, and I think even P3D. X-Plane, I think X-Plane is definitely way more up to date than those two sims are.
Missoula Airport, Scott 2 departure.
When I find a P, I call real FBOs for the airport first to find out where I can park, so I'm ready. I like it.
Maintain 13,000.
Do people meow on guard on P? No. Would not do that.
43.
To quote several others, Keith would be pissed. Yeah, please don't meow on guard either. Also a bad idea.
Number 653 off Whiskey, read back correct.
Well, spotting this airport is going to be something interesting. Glocky, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Super Fanatic, welcome aboard.
November 22 Whiskey, leave me no problem. Have a good night.
Air's expecting rain on Sunday, really hoping it does not affect my lesson on Sunday afternoon. Oh, that sucks, man. Hopefully you can go up and do it. What is your lesson entailing? Do you know? You know what you're working on? Josh. That's a pretty good emote, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty okay. I was flying from North to South Island and I heard a student say overhead Cook Street ferry now. When asked for the position, I think you got a fine. I'm guessing they're not supposed to be in that position, Kiwi Hobo. Alright, there's a level off. And out there somewhere is the airport.
Executive ground, good evening. Clear to the Las Vegas airport. Your radar vector's DOSCO, then as filed. Maintain that 2000. Expect flight level 310, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 127.4. Squawk 4075.
Alright. Alright, there's Marna in front of me. That's an airport, but that's not my airport. My airport's over here.
Bravo Alpha, read back.
Also means Tower's next.
Number 261 Alpha Bravo, exit left when able, taxi via hotel to the ramp, and remain this frequency.
Tower 18.4. 118.40. Cue that up.
Number 7 Tango Sierra, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, full speed back 200 knots now. Forget exactly what the speed restrictions are inside the Charlie airspace, but I think once you're in, I think inside the confines of the Charlie, you should be below 200 ish. If you're one in a million, does that make you Barry Gray? Get out of here. You're done. You're done. That's it. I'm sorry, dude. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. You are one in a melon. I love these cups. They're so stupid. Ban you. I'm not going to ban you. All right. 200 knots, 10 miles off of our 2 o'clock. That's the airfield right there. I'll wait till we get a little closer to call it. Let's go 1 notch flaps. It's going to help us get that nose over. There you go. As the flaps come out, you see the nose comes down a little bit. Helps with visibility and all that. According to the wiki, the Williams FJ44 does not have FADEC.
Number 7 Tango Sierra. I learned this evening that the Earth is flat, so that means that you should be able to see the airport at your 1 o'clock and 10 miles.
It's about time, and we do have the airport. 7 Tango Sierra.
Number 7 Tango Sierra. Roger, you're cleared visual approach runway 28 left.
Clear for the visual 28 left. 7 Tango Sierra. Alright, I'll probably disconnect. And my airplane. Going for 28 left. Airport elevation. 257. 257. Having a stroke right now or something. Space Daddy, thanks for the bits, man. If a koala walked into a job interview, would you ask it, what are your qualifications? Square up fame. Do you watch Squirrel by chance? Because Squirrel has all the people that make the bad jokes. I mean, that's good. Don't get me wrong. I laughed. Would he tell me if I ask her, should I wait and be surprised? Oh, you're talking about your lesson and whatnot. I would just wait and be surprised. Ask him the day of the lesson what you're supposed to do. Like I would say that though, like you should know what the next lesson's going to cover. I'm assuming you're pretty early in your training, so it's all kind of fluid, but you guys should have an idea so that you can then go hit the books and start studying up on things like maneuvers. Monterey Tower.
7 Tango Sierra.
Who told you the world was flat?
Would be on 118.4. You can go there now. Sorry, I'm wrapped up in this flat Earth thing right now.
Oh, it's okay, man. Monterey Tower. Premier 717 Tango Sierra, visual 28 left.
Number 717 Tango Sierra, Monterey Tower. Wind 310 at 5, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 28 left. Premier 717 Tango Sierra. Who told you it was flat?
It's like 4 or 5 people, but you know what's suspicious is if there's like 70 miles to the west of you, my airspace just ends, right? So it's compelling evidence right there.
Yeah, well, if I recall, you're in Florida, so there's a lot of crazy people down there.
No comment.
All right, I need this thing to slow down. Come on, slow down, Betsy. Let's go. You're dragging her in here. Oh yeah, these are the kind of approaches I like to fly. Let's get her closer to VREF here. Make sure we don't fall out of the sky during the turn. Nobody wants an accelerated stall. Oh man, I love this sim. We're just gonna leave the power out the whole way down. float it down the runway. I'll learn how to land this at some point. But, that was a little bit of float. It wasn't too bad. I came in pretty high, though. Like, I was... It's a crow.
And 7 Tango Sierra, where does it park tonight?
I'll park at Del Monte tonight, 7 Tango Sierra.
Over 7 Tango Sierra, rudder taxi via Alpha to the ramp.
Alpha to the ramp, 7 Tango Sierra. If I went to Del Monte, would your instructions have changed?
It does what it's told.
All right, let's go. Landing lights off, ignition off, wing lights, nav beacon, all that's good. Strobe off, sorry. Oops, pay attention. Landing lights on, that's fine. Front, whatever. Ah! Loud. Oh, hey, it's right here. Slow flight is one of the items which my lesson covered. Also, balloon to landing. You're gonna balloon a lot of landings. Trust me. I still balloon landings, man. I did it the other day. I did it. I ballooned a landing on Saturday down in Martha's Vineyard. I completely hosed the landing, man, and it was, of course, the first one where I had the guest of honor that I was picking up and taking with me, and yeah, I was like, oh, listen, I don't usually do this, man. I'm sorry. It's one of the things you get used to. All right, that's done. That's done. You can go to lock. You can go to arm. Check, check. Those are good. Those are good. Those are good. Let's move you back to right there. And it's time we go right to left. Off. Good, good. Avionics. 2. Gens can stay off. Off, 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 off. Off. And close you. And then we go 1. I like that picture right there. That might be the shot for this one. And we'll come back inside. Hit that, hit that. And one more time. Good. Off, 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 off. Those are good. That can go off. Those are good. And then, boom. Nope, nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. There, it's off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monterey Airport, where the local time is 7:53 p.m. Oh, I left my... That's embarrassing. Oh, good, they still work. Wait, hang on. I present to you the Premier One by Carenado. All right, let's go watch the replay.
Disconnected.
Oh, losing my mind. I'm so losing my mind today. Oh, yeah. Cranking it in like that's good stuff.
Retard.
Thanks for giving us something good night. I appreciate it. Cheers, buddy. Max! It shouldn't happen with the airport, with the engines not running and the battery being off as well. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. Welcome back, Max. How was your trip today? Engine-driven hydro pump. Oh, there you go. Even better. Oh, yeah. Okay, ready? Here comes the float. Actually, you know, that doesn't look that... That's not that bad, all things considered. Oh, dude, that plane looks so good coming in like that. Holy crap, man. Really? Look at that. All right, I like this plane. I officially like this airplane. Just because of how it looks on approach here. All right, we gotta get a little closer. A little closer to the action. Thanks, Josh. Oh, man, it's so good. Oh. All right, let's ride along. We call that stable enough. 8-7 uniform Papa, good to see it. Citation Dad was happy. Max being happy. That's good, man. That's good. Can't wait for the Falcon to come out. Yeah. Settle it down. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, one more. GoPro cam. That's what we call it tonight. All right, folks. I want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. There might be an impromptu stream like Saturday or Sunday once I get my new PC built. And we'll do some putting and do some doing. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on Monday for GA Monday. Probably something a little bit low key. Might go do some instrument practice. I haven't done that for a while. We're gonna go say hi to Nico. They tell me Nico has just gone live a few minutes ago. Delta 213. So when you go say hi to Nico, it's very important. When you come into Delta 213's chat, the first thing that you must ask, the only thing that you must ask, is this PMDG? Everybody that goes here, I demand that you say, is this PMDG? This is where I'm going to be next week. I'm going to be hanging out in his sim next week and having a good time there. So we'll see you guys all very, very, very soon. Have a great weekend and toodles.